Welcome to the live stream. We-On-Loc Nation. I'm not going to be here for very, very long. Just thought I'd come up with this interesting video from Dr. Umar since everybody wants to hold him accountable, which that doesn't make any primary sense. You should be holding your own self accountable. But already you coming in and all up in the Kool-Aid and don't even know the flavor. Ali, salute. One of my Umar haters. You gotta have some of them around. Salute to all my Umar haters out there. You got to have some of them around, right? But anyway, oh shoot. Hold on a second. But let me not waste haste. Let me see what to get on this accountability shit. And let me see. Let me not waste haste. We're talking about accountability. Let's see if Dr. Umar Ifatunde Oguntade has held himself accountable, so I won't have to hear this shit all through the fucking live stream. Let me see if he held himself accountable. Fair use, fair use.
I didn't have the level of respect for the black woman's vagina that I have now. So I know that this is karma. This is karma. Even though I was done wrong, I could have never been done wrong if I didn't do wrong. Let me say it again. If I would have made better decisions, black men, young kings, listen to me, young kings. Listen to me, young kings. I don't want you to go through what I'm going through. I don't want you in a situation where your babies are kept from you because you didn't wife out. I don't want that. So you must respect the sacredness of your Shango stick. Did y'all hear what I said?
Why did he do that? Why does he always do that? But okay. But that's unfair. Hold on. Hold on. That's unfair now. That's unfair. Because he said in the beginning, if you heard him, he said he would have not had done that if he would have not just went on ahead and did what he did, and that was marry her. He just held himself accountable right then. There's a second clip that proves him holding himself accountable, and I will show it here in a minute. But you got to take it in context of what he is saying, and he's talking about other people. And again, you criticize him, but what do you criticize? What do you put yourself to blame for? What do you blame yourself? I blame myself every day for gambling too much, and taking food off the taking money off the table to feed my family. I gamble too much. I hold myself accountable on that regard. With that being said, what do you hold yourself accountable for? What do you hold yourself accountable for? I'm gonna go to the next clip. Now I couldn't find it anywhere. I didn't have time to look for it anywhere, but thank goodness that we have bandwagon hoppers. And I don't want to say she's a bandwagon hopper because I don't know her from a can of paint. But she had an exact video, an exact pinpoint of where I needed it. She had an exact pinpoint of where I needed it. Of this man holding himself accountable.
We have to admit it's our fault. It's my fault. Play it one more time. I take full responsibility for what happened to my oldest. I take full responsibility for what happened to my youngest.
Okay.
It's all kings. We have to admit it's our fault. It's my fault.
Play it one more time.
I take full responsibility for what happened to my oldest. I take full responsibility for what happened to my youngest.
Okay.
It's all my fault.
End it right there.
To my oldest, I take full responsibility for what happened to my youngest. It's all my fault. Black men, if we are going to be kings, we have to admit it's our fault. It's my fault.
Play it one more time.
I take full responsibility for what happened to my oldest. I take full responsibility for what happened to my youngest.
Okay.
It's all my fault.
I'm going to end it right there.
Black men, if we are going to be kings, we have to admit it's our fault. It's my fault. I take full responsibility for what happened to my oldest. I take full responsibility for what happened to my youngest. It's all my fault.
All right.
Black
this
men,
one wants
if
to
we are
keep
going
playing
to be kings,
over and
we have
over.
to admit
Maybe
it's our fault. It's my fault.
Yeah, there you go. There you have it. There you have it. There you have it. And he ain't got to prove nothing to nobody, really. Because he said this years ago. He said this verbatim years ago. You just weren't here. You just weren't here to hear him say that. Oh, the damn police. You were not here to have him here to say that because he's been to countless interviews. And for him to admit that earlier on, ain't that taking some accountability? Some fathers don't. I can't speak for. To be perfectly honest with you, I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't speak for most fathers because the fathers that I know would not do this bullshit. Wouldn't, or rather yet, wouldn't do what he did per se, but they will admit to having to do some wrong. But I don't cold-heartedly blame everything on him. It takes two to tangle. It takes two, not one, two. And since the mother ain't came out with no shit yet, which I'm not gonna doubt that she won't, but just in case she does, remember they have the same goddamn paperwork. Just one significantly different, slightly different than the other one. So we gonna see who's gonna win this cat race. We is going to see who's gonna win this cat race. Hit like, share, subscribe. Hit like, share, subscribe. Oh, sugar bum, of course. Of course. He only took accountability after the backlash. That's bullshit. Like I said, he's talked about his babies before. He's talked about his baby's mom before. You forget, I've known Umar for damn near 22 years. There were points in time where he was at interviews and he was talking to different individuals about this situation. You weren't there, so how you gonna judge? Come on now. That just sounds silly. It sounds silly. It don't seem genuine. It don't seem genuine because he's a man. You don't like men like. I can't say that. How can I say this? If he's not emotionally crying or he's scarred or you don't hear it from the hip, if you don't hear it from the gut, he's bullshitting. Why does a man have to be like that? I mean, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with him being emotional as a man. There's nothing wrong with crying, because if we weren't strong individuals, if we didn't express our weaker side, we'll be barbarians. We would be fucking barbarians. Any self-respect father would beg for his daughter's forgiveness. I believe they tried that once and it failed. So you can't blame him. He tried that once and it failed. It just seems fake. No, it's not fake. It's not fake at all. I don't want to sound like I'm on his. How do I say this? But I can't convince women like y'all. I can't really convince, even though I am truly blessed to have you on the show. And by the way, hit that like button when you come in. I can't convince you. I can't convince you, just like I can't convince any other man who is just as genuine, just as strong, and just has it in here. Not up here, but in here. I can't convince you. So I mean, I'm defeated in that. But if he had, what was he supposed? In your opinion, what was he supposed to do? In your opinion, what was he supposed to do? Was he supposed to cry on the internet? Was he supposed to shed a tear? Was he supposed to say, "I'm an asshole. I'm this. I'm that." A man can't win. A man can't win, especially in 2025. And I admit, men have definitely ruined some of the things that not prematurely, just, well, I'm gonna call it prematurely. Prematurely happens in an everyday relationship. Hey, Rich, how you doing? Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Like, share, and subscribe to her channel. Like, share, and subscribe to her channel because she brings you the news and the goodies. And she's trying to steadily grow. So support. Writers for life. There's nothing I can do to convince you. He's definitely taking the men's side. Not necessarily. He is speaking for those who generally, and you should know that the system itself, get out of your feelings about the whole feminist part. Get out of your feelings about that. You know damn well that the system is broken. You know damn well that the system is broken. How is it that you're going to pay a significant amount of child support and the numbers don't even make no sense? We're saying you take over for the men's side. Have you seen my avatar? Look to the right of the screen. Excuse me, the left. My left. Your right. Look at the left of the screen. Sugar bum. Now you know why they call me a simp. And tell the truth. I'm speaking up for the men's side. How often do I speak on women? How often? A lot. And ruthless truth can testify to that. Ruthless truth can testify to that. Nightish can testify to that. That I speak on more on the women than I do the men. Stop that. Stop it. You gotta, at some point, this shit's gotta be evenly balanced. But let me get to the comments. But this is a beautiful day today. It's 72 degrees. And y'all arguing with me about this. Why are men crying about financially supporting their children? Sugar bum, that's one of the telltales, the long tails that I question myself on that too. I question myself on everything that men say nowadays if it's not in a space of red pillism. If it's not in the space of red pillism, I listen close and then I turn it off. Because to be perfectly honest with you, what we need is a reset. What we truly need is a reset. And if anybody wants to come up and chop it with your boy, they can. I'll put the link in the box. But this truly needs a reset. He said, "Oh shit. Yeah, your favorite women are in here." Your favorite women are in here. Hey, and one of my favorite ladies are in here. Shouts out to T Pre in the building. But yeah, he's talking accountability before. It's just I don't know how a man can express how he feels without you saying, "Oh, it's bullshit." a man cannot win. Man can't win. When Umar said it was his fault, and if you go back, he'll say, I wish I had a better relationship with my daughters. That's holding yourself accountable, isn't it not? So I don't know what else he could have done. I don't know what else he could have done. Where are the common sense patches? Call it what you want. Call it what you want. You still on this boat. One way would be not talking about your pope. He didn't. You're taking it out of context. And you're taking it out of context once again. Because often men say all the time, have some D control. So just because Umar doesn't act ghetto and say the words pussy and dick and ass and all those type of straight to the finish line words, he says snow bunnies. He could be saying white bitch. I say white bitch all the time. Ain't nobody gonna stop me from saying white bitch. But anyway, he says snow bunnies and all these other words, which I don't know how he does it, but I'm just gonna put it to you like this here. He's not like any other person that I know. But what I do know is when he's trying to get straight to the point and he says it in his own lingo, you're the only one that has a problem with that. And what he was trying to basically say, put it in context, is us, meaning me, him, and any other black brother and sister, or black brother, excuse me, why I say sister, any black brother should be more responsible taking care or eat and or be abstinent. I would rather you be abstinent or practice abstinence than to do all this other shit, because we're in my opinion living in the last days of old. We are definitely living in the last days of old. It is, but why is he responding to the mother? We already talked about that. And I'm not even, and I didn't tell you, but I'm telling you now, I'm not going through all that again, because the conversation goes back to her, and I'm not touching her anymore. I'm not. It's too stupid. It's too stupid, too dangerous, and it's none of my business. I'm not doing that anymore. The conversation go, and Rev G, really? Rev G. This is Umar sector. The Umar sector is anyway. Who man is spending responsibility to the mother? Who hasn't talked about him in the public at least, but not actively getting into his daughter's life? Again, I could tell you some stuff, but I'm not gonna get into the whole Anissa thing. Not anymore. Not anymore. I'm not gonna get into it. Umar is currently having sex with it. No, he's not. Shut it down. No, he's not. No, he's not. I knew you was still. No. I'm not. Wait. I jumped. My bad, Craig. I jumped the gun. My bad. I jumped the freaking gun. I knew you were still going to be talking about that bird brain. No, I'm not. I'm talking about him. I'm talking about Umar being accountable. People saying he's not being accountable. Oh no, you're holding accountable. He said it. It was his fault. Would you like to hear it again? We can hear it again. We can definitely hear it again. While I'm trying to look at it, look for it. like, share, and subscribe. And if you would like, please become a member of the We-On-Loc Nation channel if you like this particular content. And I'm not saying that some of you do, but help a brother out. Help a brother out, at least. I need some coffee. Donate to the coffee fund. Donate to my coffee. Donate to my coffee. And let me see. Is this one it? Nope, that's not it. Give me a second, y'all. I looked in the wrong spot. Okay. I looked in the fucking wrong spot. Okay. There it is. Here it is. Here we go. Now this is coming. This is coming from the horse's lips book. I love you, bro, and we have debates over him for the years. But one thing I love about you is you're loyal. But we're gonna talk. Love you too, sis. Love you too. But I'm with this. I mean, I might talk about it offline, but online, I'm not gonna do it anymore because it's too many people have gotten their ducks in a row talking about Anissa, and it's starting to become more in a bad light, right? Because either she don't know or how the internet works. Either she doesn't know how the internet works or something. I do not know, but I do not care at this particular time because I'm not going to go at this girl like that in any way. So I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to let them work it out. If Umar says that he wants to see his children, let him see his children. Otherwise, what the hell are we? I'm telling you, this shit is crap. But let me get to this real quick. Nestle, I don't mean to butcher your name, but let me get to this real quick before I get sidetracked. Bridget. How you doing, Bridget? Yeah, hit the brother Cash App. Hit the brother Cash App.
It's all my fault.
All right.
Black
This
men,
one wants
if
to
we are
keep
going
playing
to be kings,
over and
we have
over.
to admit
Maybe
it's our fault. It's my fault. I take
he
full
wants us to hear
responsibility.
this.
What the hell?
I take full responsibility for what happened to my youngest. It's all my fault.
All right.
Black
This
men,
one wants
if
to
we are
keep
going to be
playing
kings,
over and
we have to
over.
admit
Maybe
it's our fault. It's my fault. I take
he
full
wants us to hear
responsibility
this
for what
loud
happened to
and
my
clear. Let me see. There we go. Interesting right there. So he's saying in that last video it's all his fault, and what happened.
My fault.
Play it one more time.
I take full responsibility for what happened to my oldest. I take full responsibility for what happened to my youngest. It's all my fault. Black men, if we are going to be kings, we have to admit it's our fault. It's my fault.
Play it one more time.
I take full responsibility for what happened to my oldest. I take full responsibility for what happened to my youngest.
Okay.
It's all
I'm
my
gonna
fault.
end it right there.
Black men.
Yeah, Lisa has it, but she's recovering right now. They pumped her with so many drugs because she was trying to get that wound of hers fixed up and her leg, and they pumped her full of drugs. So I'm gonna let her just sit back, relax, and recover. Uh, Shouts out to Lisa Carter. She's one of my mods and one of my good friends and play aunt. I'm just gonna have her recover because she's not feeling too well. It's because of the drugs they keep giving her. Um, we keep getting taking antibiotics. You know, I'd have just told her just go to the doctor and check on your kidneys and your spleen and everything. But I'm gonna let her. I'm gonna let her hang out. But she doesn't. She does, and I'm gonna tell you the honest truth. She doesn't have to do this. She doesn't have to do this at all. But she does it for the support of me, and I am internally grateful. I'm internally grateful for each and every single one. I just let her recover, and um, she can catch me any other week. She's got my number. She can text me. All right, but let me continue.
Man, if we are going to be kings, we have to admit it's our fault. It's my fault.
Closet.
I take full responsibility for what happened to my oldest. I take full responsibility for what happened to my youngest. It's all my fault.
All right.
Black
This one
men,
wants
if
to
we are
keep
going to
Shouts out to the lady Shay, whatever her name is. Shouts out to that lady. And there you have it. Now, if that ain't holding yourself accountable,
playing
kings,
over
I
and
don't know.
over,
admit
maybe
it's our
for that basically being his fault. So, like I said, it could have been a thing where when the cameras first started rolling, I don't know if maybe he was feeling some type of way. It seemed like he was very choppy, trying to get to the point with a lot of this, that to his youngest daughter's mother and giving her demands on what day he wants to meet and have a relationship with the youngest daughter. And then it turned into, hey, black men, we need to do some marching. He called out all the states and let's march and get these laws changed. And that part I agree with, because a lot of times people will say, hey, well, women, they have this going on, they have these rights, and they have a lot of things that they can do. The black man really pretty much doesn't have. And I agree with that. I do agree that they're like they're putting black men bottom of the barrel here. And it's like, soon as she says, hey, yeah, that's a child support, that's the first thing. Because again, years ago, for myself, that's what they push. That's the first thing they push when you try to get some kind of assistance. And years ago, I was out of work for a little bit and I needed health care. And I was going to try to get that for me and my kids just for a short period of time. The first thing when I would get that assistance just for healthcare, okay, the first thing they wanted to ask, okay, I'm like, just for help? They're like, yeah, child support. I said, never mind, because I
brother. Why are so many of you complaining? I don't know who that was. I just gave a shout out. She had a part of the video that I wanted to play. Where was I at? Black brothers, why you are why America hates you. You hate yourselves. Please pray to your heavenly Father, because all need God to guide you in this world. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Huh? He sound like Tommy in reverse. Whoever this person is, sound just like Tommy. This is the reason why black women. This is the reason why black women. This is the reason why black women. Blaming everything on black women. Blaming everything on black women. It's a black women. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to come out with a video, right? I want all the ladies to chime in. This is I want ladies' night. I want to bring back ladies' night. And I want to ask the question, why are y'all being blamed for everything? Do y'all not take accountability for when y'all get pregnant and you try to trap a nigga? I'm gonna come out with that, alright? And y'all come out with y'all truths, right? Y'all come out with y'all truths, say what y'all need to say. We can have a debate on it. This will be a good show. This will be a good show. I'll be the host. I'll just sit back and be like, hey, y'all got this. Y'all got this. Cause y'all always to blame. Y'all always to blame for everything. Good Lord. If I have a relationship with you and I tell you I don't want or I want to have sex with you, right? Yeah, here you go. I want to have sex with you, right? I want to have sex with you, right? But you get pregnant. I already told you that I didn't want the baby. So you're going to have to delete the baby or something, which I'm not an approver of. But what do y'all call it when y'all want the baby to when you want the woman to get an abortion? What do you call that? What do you call that nowadays? What do y'all call that nowadays? You're gonna be waiting for a long time. Long time for what? Is that we're always getting blamed. Oh, I think I remember I was watching this crazy ass show. I was watching this crazy ass show, and I think it's called Date Night. And they were sitting there chopping it up, talking about whose responsibility is it when woman gets pregnant. It's always the woman's responsibility because you choose to ignore the man's words and saying that he doesn't want anything to do with the child, and you're raising unhealthy babies. You're raising bastards, basically. So I said, okay, that doesn't make any sense. That does not make any damn sense. I said, first, and niggas always switch up. Niggas always switch up. They said, first they say it's on everybody. It's on everybody. Everybody is accountable, right? Everybody is being held accountable. The man and the woman is being held accountable. But for some odd strange reason, the shit always switches up. But wait a minute. If you did this, I gotta show you. I gotta show you. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. How do I sound crazy? This didn't come from me. What? There's a certain word for it. Being a single mom is taking accountability. Being a single mom is taking accountability. But you shouldn't have. But here's my point. You shouldn't have to be alone by yourself. What's wrong with me saying that? You shouldn't have to be a single mother. You shouldn't have to be. I don't know where we get this idea, this ideology, this fake news shit. I don't know why. It's confusing me. Where I come from, families are formed. Where I come from, in Lansing, Michigan, that's all you see is family. I mean, every now and again you'll see, singles here, singles there, but for the most part, that's all you see is families. You see boyfriends and girlfriends. You see pregnant wives with their boyfriends or their cousins or whatever. One of my friends just got married last week. But we don't want to promote any of that stuff. We want to promote all the nonsense. And that's going to change. That is going to change because it's like I was frustrated last week. And I said the one thing that I shouldn't have said, but I said it out of frustration. The black community is done. That's what I said. But now I think it's high time to resurrect and reset, reform the black community. Start small. That's all you have to do is start small. They want to be single moms until life starts whooping them. So somebody give Craig a whooping. Somebody give Craig a whooping. Well, then you're a unicorn. I look. I just say what's right. I don't follow manosphere bullshit, mind you. I don't follow the manosphere and I don't follow red pill shit. But the red pills are always the honest ones, right? They're always the honest ones. And then of course there's Anton's people. Anton, man, black women are rude. They're just rude. So this all started years ago where two black women said that men ain't shit. You had two black women that came online and said that black women ain't shit. And then Kevin Samuels came. And Kevin Samuels started putting women in their place. And then he died. And then there's even celebrities that said and started clapping that, he passed away, which I don't do that. I just disagree with the brother on a couple of things, but I would never celebrate his death. I would never do that. I would never do that. What are you about, Section 8? I'll call you tomorrow. Love you too. Love you too. All right. Craig, you in the Section 8 shit. Just stupid. Section 8. Section 8. Section 8 is why single motherhood became a culture. Here we go. I can't even read that. Oh, why have a man in a household? Why have a man in a household when the government is giving you the hookup? Meaning, are you trying to say that the government is the black woman's daddy? Are you trying to say, Craig, that the government is the black woman's daddy? Is that what you're saying, Craig? You being held on trial here. Is that what you're trying to say? You have to be when Umar's the dad, whatever. Craig is an idiot. Craig, they whooping your ass in the comments. They whooping your ass in the comments. It's mostly women up in here. What did Ryder say? How you doing, princess? How you doing? Peace and blessings. You say, do you think society places more responsibility on one parent over the other? Why and why not? They always put the blame on the well, it's in reverse. It's more like 50-50. They always put the anus on the man because he's not there for his child, and they throw their children in the dumpsters and everything, and it's a rare percentage. It's a rare percentage, but then it's in all reverse when women have their children out of wedlock and they're not married, they're not controlled by any other male presence, and they always want them to be on their programs for some crazy ass reason. So it's on both sides. It's on both sides, and it's ridiculous. Yep, Willie Lynch. Willie Lynch has definitely psyched you out. The Willie Lynch trip has definitely psyched black people out. We're locked and boxed. We're locked and boxed. How many black fathers? How many black fathers are married to their kids' moms and Lansing? A lot. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's been two and a half, 2.5, 3 years since I've been there. But that's a small town. It's not like Detroit. That's all that. That's all you see. You see, I don't go by statistics. I go by the eye test. And if you open your eyes to some shit and stop going by ballistics that don't tell you shit anyway, and that could change overnight, just go by the eye test. And that's all I see. If I were to put a percentage on it, I would say a good 60%. A good 60%, and that's high. That is very high. But let me get to this real quick, and then we can continue conversating. This was a trip.
Whatever the situation is, you both have a sense of control and control in the situation.
Okay.
Therefore, if a woman does have, and she does get pregnant, the man do have a responsibility to take care of the child, because you was in the motion when you was in the ocean. You was feeling good. You was driving good, having a funky good time, right? Now, this has happened, and it's the result of your good time.
It is.
Step up and pay for the good time that you had.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Good times cost.
I get you. Oh Lord, shall we pray first before we respond?
I mean, I gotta be honest, man. It's
don't be too honest.
It's her fucking fault. It's her fault. It's her fault.
Okay.
Okay, and it's just that simple, because she, like he said, she has a responsibility to protect herself.
Okay, but
Fuck she talking about?
I understand that. So to cap you off, you're saying that you don't think that you should have been responsible at all, because one, you didn't want the child, and two, you volunteered to pay for the abortion. Is that what you're saying? I just, yes or no?
The first 2 years, absolutely.
Okay.
The first 2 years, I dragged my ass. I'm
Okay.
like, fuck no.
Okay.
But then my heart, it was crucifying me. I got a child out here.
So now you're feeling guilty about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that being said, what do you guys think if the father says, no, I don't want it, I'm done, out your life, and the woman has the child? Whose responsibility is this? Who does it fall on? You spoke your piece.
Amazing.
Come on.
It seems to me, Toya, the vibe that I'm getting from you.
For me.
Yes.
No, this is not personal.
No. I'm just.
He was personal.
No,
personal.
I'm just saying. As I listen to you, I listen to him. I'm.
Pause. I know she's speaking on the black family. I know she's speaking on the black family. The only way that you don't see a black mother around their husband is because they die early. Black men die at the average age of 51. You do know that, right? And if they die, if they pass 50, if they surpass 50, the oldest age, and this is rare nowadays, the oldest age that a man passes away is 89. 89. You don't have to be 90. They cheat faster. Whatever you say. Important question coming from Ryder. How should emotional responsibility be shared between the parents after the pregnancy? That's a good question. How should it be shared? Well, you ain't gonna if first and foremost, if you're not emotionally attached, if you're not emotionally attached, and this is for the men, if you're not emotionally attached, then it's not going to be the same. But let me think on that. I got ADHD. Let me think on that for a second. That's a good ass question. I'm gonna have to get back to that. That's a good question.
At you right now. I'm getting that energy that you are doing what most women do, and that's accept accountability for what has happened. That's what it's like. You're ready. It's like you're trying to look for an excuse to blame him instead of taking accountability that this is all your fault as well.
Nigga, I asked you, who is responsible at that point for that child?
Well, we already know that mom is in adult going to be responsible because mom has the child.
That's the problem. You lived in East Lansing. I lived in Lansing, near Old Township. Okay? And that's all I seen was families. And even in East Lansing, I don't even know how old you are, but just say you're old enough. You don't even have to put out your age. Even in East Lansing, in Okemos, in Kalamazoo, in Frandor, that's all I ever saw. This is just me. I'm not saying that there were no single mothers out there. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is it was much better then than it is now, but still, that's all you've seen. And if you haven't seen it, then you have blinders on to the world.
So the man has no responsibility, is what you're saying.
If he wanted.
Yes, of course.
Hell
Yes,
no.
Toya, of course the man has responsibility. But let me explain something to you on this responsibility and what's happening. Yes, he's going to be responsible. But is this a healthy environment to actually raise a child? Because he's not even in the house.
Was it a healthy environment to have unprotected sex?
Man, fuck all that. Even if he ain't there, if he got a job,
Was it a
he's
healthy
taking care of that
environment
baby.
when you was having sex out of wedlock?
No, but that's your fault too.
But don't you understand?
That's why it's double.
But that's
I don't
your
hear no
fault.
That's why it's double
accountability.
No,
responsibility.
fuck that.
For
You
men,
are
though.
taking care of the baby. If you have a job and pay taxes, that link card she getting in that housing she getting come out of your tax money. So you are indirectly taking care of motherfucking ass.
Yeah.
All that free government
But-
shit,
But,
tax money.
but see, that's the thing. But Matt,
and I pay taxes.
but Toya, let me give you something here though. That's our problem right now, Tim. We think that means that's not everything. Money is not everything.
It's not.
It takes a lot more than money to properly raise a child. But once you put that out there like that, where you're making it all about money, what if he ain't got no money? What if that's the problem that I have with a lot of women right now. They have
You
these
shouldn't be
children.
fucking without
But
no
you know what,
money.
though?
That means that you was not ready to even be with a woman if you out here even fucking broke or in a
Whoo! Gotta shut it down. Gotta shut it down for a bit. She goes, that's why I asked that question and more. Well, if a man is not emotionally attached to themselves first and foremost, because even a man knows that he has a feminine side to him. Even a man knows, but he doesn't want to bring it out because he's too masculine. He's too proud. I'm a man. I got muscles. I go to the gym and I work out. And I put this shit all over my face to make my face glisten. And I put the right deodorant on. And I put the right socks on my feet, shoes on my feet. And I got Gucci on and I drive nice cars. So the fuck what? You can be an emotional nigga too and handling your business. But I don't want to deviate from the question because that was a pretty good question. I don't want to deviate from the question because that was a pretty good question. So let me read that again. How should emotional responsibility? If you're not emotionally responsible to her, how are you going to be emotional responsible for the child when he or she is born? There ain't no excitement there. If every response to a woman saying that she's pregnant, if every response is, "Are you sure?" That's how it starts. "Are you sure?" "What? I can't have this baby." "Are you sure you're pregnant?" "You can't be pregnant." "I had a condom on." "You can't be pregnant." You fucked up. You fucked up. You definitely fucked up. You fucked up. I'm sorry, you fucked up. You can't say that shit. If I got a woman pregnant and I wasn't married, the first thing I would do and I would say, let's go handle our business. Let's go handle our business. Let's get a not a blood test, but we get some blood work done and all this stuff. Handling with daddy responsibility shit, and see if she's 100% on it. No complications, no nothing, because you can get pregnant and the baby can lose its. Well, let me not talk about that. It's kind of emotional for me. But we just check to make sure, and if it is so, and the baby is mine and she is pregnant, guess what? The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to Walmart. I'm gonna start buying clothes. I'm gonna start buying what you call them things. I'm gonna start buying little chairs and little kits. We're gonna start preparing. We're gonna get diapers. I'm not getting formula. I ain't getting no goddamn formula. First of all, formula is too expensive, and number two, they don't need to be having that powder stuff. That drink all that powder, the baby's all constipating and stuff. Nah, we ain't doing that. Then we're getting a swing set. Then we're getting backyardigans. We're getting backyardigans. If y'all don't know what backyardigan is, fuck y'all. But anyway, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. See, that's what real people do, is take responsibility and take accountability. That's what I do. And then later on, if you want, I'll give you a ring. If you don't want to marry me, then I'm just gonna have to be one of them fathers. Right? Anton talking about some bullshit, talking about you need to stay with her. No, she don't. No, she don't. If she's not emotionally attached to you, or you don't have anything in common, why should she stay? Why? That makes no sense. You answered the question already, kind of. Because it's fairly simple. The emotional response should be, oh my God, we're bringing a child into this world. It's a beautiful thing. Fuck you two. What about the child? At that moment, once the baby enters into this world, you're no longer a priority. That child is. You are no longer a priority. I love you. I will support you. But you're no longer my priority. This child is. I said that to my wife. I said, I didn't say that to her directly. I said this to my brain. I said, this child here is a priority. This child. Too bad here we go. Too bad your leader doesn't hold himself. He just said it. What is it that you're not understanding? What is that you're not getting? He just held himself accountable. What is you talking about? And he's been doing it for the longest time. I don't understand it. You just say you hate him. It'll be, just be honest. Just say you hate him. Just come out and say it. Say I hate Dr. Umar. Just say it. Just say it and we can go on with our lives. Just say it.
The relationship broke.
Nobody should be having sex unprotectedly on both sides,
Man,
knowing that a baby
This is true.
everybody like it wrong.
But yes,
that's why we all
that's
got
the truth.
kids.
But what I'm saying
So
is,
the truth of the matter is this.
the truth of the matter is responsibility on both
Right.
sides. I don't
Right.
care about none of that. It's
Right.
responsibility on both sides.
Right, but
That's
at the
just
end
that.
of the day, this is my biggest thing with that. It's the outcome of the child, right? From not having a father. Because I was fucked up for a long time not having a
You
dad.
still fucked
You
up.
feel what I'm saying? So I know how it is growing up without a dad. You feel me? And you can obviously tell she didn't have one neither. At the end of the day.
Shots
You
fired.
feel me? You can identify with
Crazy
Joe.
shit.
But look, but yeah, it's the long-term effect of the child. You know what I'm saying? And they say that you can't have an environment, just don't have it. Get it, but it's bad. Stop being selfish. Because that is a selfish act into the world who is destined to fail.
On both ends, right?
But you're the gateholder.
No, on
So
both
you
ends.
listen. Once I walk away, the seeds with you.
He
So
don't
for
want
you,
to accept responsibility. Do anybody hear any accountability from him?
what I'm saying is
Anybody,
this.
raise your hand.
What I'm saying is
Raise
this.
your hand.
We're
Do
past.
you hear it? No. Okay.
We're past the part that we had sex. Okay, we know we fucked.
ain't
And we didn't
past
have. Hold on, listen to what I'm saying. We're past the concept of we had sex. We know that we had unprotected sex. You got pregnant. Now what? Is what I'm saying. At that point right there, that is a selfish move as a woman to have this child. Because you know that half the time the women get pregnant by men that they ain't even with. If he just flings.
It's selfish on you to even have sex, unprotected sex with a woman, knowing the outcome.
I get what you're saying, and you're not wrong. But what I'm saying is this: after the fact that it's done,
It's still her
Now-
fault, is what you're saying.
because you now have an obligation to know. Okay,
You do too.
You got to pick what's really real over your feelings. What's really real, if you have this child with a man that don't want it, he's gonna be a fatherless child. He's gonna grow up 9 times out of 10, go to jail or fuck somebody up.
Yes. You
This
can
is
say
what he's destined to do.
It's-
So why would you even start that
say
tree?
something?
Because you want to be selfish and have a child.
he's angry.
Okay, let me just say something, and I want y'all to really get a good look at how you should look at that situation, or at least how I
You
look
better
at it.
take some accountability when you get ready.
Yeah, I always take accountability.
Okay.
That's a good thing for a woman and a man to both always take accountability for that. But this is the way I looks at it, okay? Because abortion is not an option.
Okay.
It's not even an option
Why not?
because of the simple fact that you and her really didn't create this child. God did.
Well, God don't take care of them before you do.
Well,
So let's just be real here.
I'm just saying, this is the way I look at it. This is the way I look at it. You got everybody has their way of looking
I'm
at things.
listening.
But when it comes to the creation of the child, that's how I look at it. I feel like God has created this child. You see what I'm saying? You don't know the size of yourselves like he do. The way the sperm and the egg cell unites and actually creates this child. You done had sex and a child didn't come. I done had unprotected sex with women and she didn't get pregnant.
Okay.
So understand that
Anyway, another question. What role does consent play in discussions about responsibility in these events of an planned pregnancy? Good question. I couldn't tell you because I'm not in that realm. Maybe Craig can tell you. I'm not in that realm, but what I will say is this: if nobody wants to, it's pretty much either you want to take a little responsibility for the child or you don't. That's what I will say. Either you do take responsibility for the child, and you do take accountability for the stuff that you have done. You take accountability on both sides, or you don't take it, or you don't do it at all. You see, we want to play these little rah-rah games where, I'll do this, I did this right, I did that right, I didn't want this, I didn't want the child, I didn't want this, and I didn't want that. And then a woman will argue all day. A woman would argue all day, you didn't take responsibility and you don't take accountability. That's why we take y'all to court. And at that point, things just start, it's just like a car engine. When the car ends up when the car engine ends up in the red, it's basically interacting danger. Because when a race car is in the red, the engine can easily steam up, heat up, and blow. And that's how most conversation like this end up. It ends up in the red automatically when sensitive topics like this occur. And I do want to apologize, writer. I do want to apologize. I'm on my ADHD mode today. Let's see here. Hey, Bridge, you want to come up for a second? Want to do me a slight favor? Just Bridge. Bridge only. Well, actually, let me see. Craig, you can come up here too. Fuck it. You can come up here too. I need a favor. I definitely need a favor. But yeah, let me see what wow, God doesn't take it. Who said that God don't take it? Oh, you you alluded to the brother. Yeah, we're all looking. I'm like, God don't take care of it. Really? God makes provision makes provisions for you on a day-to-day basis. That is true. That is true. Let me continue.
Perception of it that okay, we didn't really do this. God did.
That's fine. But
and
where do we go from here?
Where you go from there is she's going to have this baby.
Why God crucified plenty of fucking children? So you're not making sense right now.
Wait a minute, you said that God crucified children?
God commanded men to crucify plenty of people in the Bible.
Subject.
Right, I get that, but let's just be honest. So when you say God said is the reason why it's here, like abortion is so against the rules is absurd.
But this is the way he feels, though.
Let's be truthful. Feelings and the truth are two different
But
things.
this is the way he feels, though.
That's your
okay,
truth.
So
that's
what
your
else,
truth.
Butter?
You know what I'm saying? So if God,
hey, Bridge, can you hear me?
Hello?
Bridge. Oh, hey, hi.
Hi, can you?
Hi, how are you? Hi. Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, I'm fine. How are you? Okay.
Good.
How are you?
Good. I am great. I am dandy. Hey, look, you think you could do me a favor? I gotta drop my kid off at preteens. Do you think you could take over the live stream for a few minutes?
Okay. I don't know what to do, but yeah.
Do you have controls, don't you? You do have controls, or did I put you as modern standard? Let me see.
I don't I don't know.
Because if I put you at a certain and you can take over. You know, because these people are really getting on my doggone nerves. Let me see. Oops, I hid you. I hid you on accident.
Uh-oh.
Hold it. Okay. Now I unhid you. But anyway, what do you think about the topic?
I like it. I guess it, we're talking about him on every
Okay,
channel.
you got control.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you got control now.
I do. Where do I see it though?
Uh, I just made I just made you manageable instead of standard. So I think what you do is I think you go to your settings. Are you on your phone?
No, I'm on the computer.
Well, if it's on the computer, I think you would go. I don't know how you can do it. Um, try to. Let me see. You can't go to search standard.
I see a button that says stream this to your audience. I don't know if that's something different.
Mm-hmm. And Craig, if you want, you can, and of course, go ahead and send him a link. Send Craig a link because I know he's gonna want to talk shit.
Oh boy, let's see.
He's gonna want to talk some shit. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and do it.
Well, let me see. I mean, I see it right here.
Yeah, I already sent the link. So if he wants to come up, he can. But anybody can answer this particular question because I'm on my ADHD mode right now. She says, writer says, how do media and popular culture influence our per per perception of parental responsibility during pregnancy? You and these damn words. You want to answer that question?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, ma'am.
What did you say? Can I answer the
Yeah.
uh how do media and popular culture influence our perceptions of parental responsibility? It's to me it's like what do you call it? Hoochie culture? Um
Thought, thought, thought culture. Thought.
okay. It's more like thought culture. They don't stress, being responsible and taking your time and getting to know each other and waiting on having sex and all that kind of thing. They constantly stress just jumping right into it, and every woman you see is supposedly always wanting to bang you and I don't know what to call it, but sucking your whatever. You know what I mean? It's like that's all they think women are good for at this point. And then you see it in in the with uh like with the rappers and the singers and all that. I mean, it's just everywhere. That's all you see basically.
Thought culture. We
But
want to be perfect thoughts.
yeah. But you know
I'm
what?
a,
I still don't see any controls. I'm in the back in a StreamYard. I don't see any controls.
mm, let me read it. Because I do have you. I just switched it to.
Is Craig
I
coming up?
don't. I have no idea. I'm gonna still be. I'm gonna still be with you, but
Okay,
man,
good.
I'm gonna have to take this girl all the way to freaking church. But anyway, but the stream was mainly talking about holding one person accountable for not seeing his kid, and he just basically said verbatim, and he's been saying this for the longest time. We just haven't caught up on it yet because the like I said, the oldest daughter came out and just started spreading seeds. But
Okay,
he's been
but what does he mean by that? You know, he says he holds himself accountable, but what does that really mean? What does that mean for him? What does that mean for him as far as showing accountability? I mean, we can
he
all say
wants,
that, but
he wants to see his child.
he does.
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Why do you think? Why do you think he went all out the way that he did? Talking about he's gonna show us something, or admit to some things. But you can say anything nowadays, and people will either believe you or they won't.
Right.
But he's I guess he's gonna pull out some receipts. Let's see.
But I've heard both sides of this, you know, the story or perspective.
Here he is.
And huh? Oh,
Here
there
he
he
is.
is. Hi, Craig.
Oh no, my fault.
I can't hear you that well.
That nigga on drugs.
Uh-oh.
Nah, my bad, my bad. Took a little bit. I'm over here doing something. What's going on, man?
You on that X? Why you sound choppy? Why you sound drainy? Why you sound like you ain't got no sleep?
Nah, I don't do no drugs. Yeah, maybe a lack of sleep. I don't do no drugs, nigga.
How do I know that last time?
Ain't nobody turn the heat down over here.
Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha.
Ain't nobody doing all that, man.
You have a way of showing old shit. Oh, I
Yo,
gotta turn the heat down. Sniff, sniff.
you know what I'm saying?
She's
I'm
lost.
good on that.
Basically, Lennon had the nerve to say he said, let me turn the heat down," and he was showing that Umar was sniffing, means he was sniffing cocaine. I'm like, that's some accusations like a mother. Umar don't smoke no cocaine. I never heard if any crackhead be this damn smart.
And where did that come from in the first place?
Came from him.
Well, I mean, I've heard it before. I just didn't know where it started.
And this nigga, it's an accusation, right? Like, you know, I don't know if he actually sniffed, if he actually beyond that shit. But this nigga was sitting down. He was like, "Hold up, let me go turn the heat down." He got up like 3 seconds later, maybe 5 seconds later. You heard a big ass Tony Montana snort. Like that shit was like crazy. Like, so that's where that shit comes from. Like, so now when you say, "Oh, let me go turn the heat," I mean that you're going off camera to do some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, he said he had to
Funny
take
as hell. It's a funny ass clip. That's a funny ass clip. That shit.
Really? I've
If
never
you don't
seen
watch that shit for like 6 months and you go back and watch it again, you're gonna be laughing.
it. Oh, yeah?
That shit's funny as hell.
So you want to explain what you were saying in the chat? About,
Specifically about what?
you said something about the breakup of the family and all that.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. We went from being the most married to the least, from what, the 20s all the way to like what, the 80s, 90s, early 90s, and it really
Mm-hmm.
started in the 60s. That's just documented. Like, that's nothing new. You know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing new. We didn't have no fight. The we were fighting for a different shit, and all of a sudden it became this man versus woman fight. Like, and it's been downhill ever since. The government stepped in. You know what I mean? Once the government steps in, you already know how that goes. Everything goes downhill from there. It's all documented. This shit's all documented. There's plenty of videos out there from late like 18 to 22 year olds back in the late
Mm-hmm.
70s saying that they don't need a father in the house. Getting interviewed by Becky and them. You know what I'm saying? Encouraged by Becky and them. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Saying they don't need a man in the house. They've been saying this shit for like 50, 60 years. This is not new.
Yeah, it's just worse. That's all.
Yeah, it just got worse. That shit just got worse, but it ain't nothing new.
But don't you think the beginning of, needing assistance and all of that, didn't it start from that back then?
That shit started because I don't want to make it a race thing, but that started from white people. White dudes was leaving their wives back then in the 40s, 30s, 50s. They were leaving their wives left and right. Black men weren't leaving their wives and their kids. All these
Mhm.
laws is because of what the white boys was doing back then. They was the ones skipping out on their families. That's why they had to start the alimony payments, and child support became a thing. But that's because of them. We got dragged into their bullshit, and now we're not the poster childs of it, because we don't have there's no way we could be the poster child, because there's more numbers on their side than there are on our side. So there's more white people who are on welfare, there's more white people who are on child support, etc. But we're the face of this shit all of a sudden. But no, all these laws, y'all saying deadbeat this, deadbeat that. Nah, that's the white boys that were the deadbeats. That's why all these laws,
Yeah, and most of these
we
things
were
started.
still fighting for rights. Yeah, when
Hmm.
all this shit started, we were still fighting for basic rights when all this shit was happening. This shit ain't got nothing to do with us. We got dragged into this shit.
Yeah, but we're taking advantage of it, I guess.
Yeah, but that's not a good thing, though. That's not a good thing.
Well, just like welfare and everything else, it didn't start because of us. It started because of them, and we tagged on and got the benefits.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, my point of view on it is we never needed the benefits. You know what I'm saying? We never needed the benefits. So it comes down to a point right now where we're looking at why. Why did women all of a sudden have this switch to go against men? We understand why white women were doing it. Because again, back in the 30s and 40s and 50s,
So
when
you think it's
white
more
men,
that they
say it again?
but you guys make it seem like they were kicking you out just so that they can get the benefits. I think they were
Yeah,
getting the
that's
benefits because they needed it after you guys left. You
it's a
know?
it's a combination. It's a combination. Because you got to think at the time too, we weren't exactly liked. In 1952, black men weren't exactly liked by white men in the workforce, right? So we would get the bottom of the barrel jobs. We would get the scraps. When Brad wanted to go on his vacation, Chad and Travis wanted to go out 2 weeks out, we would get the scraps. We would come in on the back end. So it was already a struggle for us, but at least we were together. But once you dangle that carrot of, yo, I'll give you, instead of like right now, we put it in today's numbers up. Instead of paying $1,500 a month for rent, I'll give you this rent for $185, but you can't have a man in the house. What do you think most women are gonna do at that point? they're still gonna sneak him in. He's still gonna be coming in, sneaking in the back window, this and that. But in the back of her mind, she knows I don't need you. So it's easy for her to say, get out. At that point. That's the carrot. They dangled that carrot and they fell for that. And we didn't need to fall for that. That's my point. Like, we didn't need to fall for that. That wasn't even our fight. The whole point of giving women all these benefits because they were single and their husband left them, that's what the white girls was going through. He wasn't going through that. But we got finessed. Black women got finessed by the white girls, man. The white girls finessed them. Marching with them and shit. Women's rights and all this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, they got finessed, yo. For real, grandma got finessed.
Well, I can see. I don't know. I don't know if that's the whole story, but I could see your point about it.
Yeah, it's more than one thing, but that was definitely a huge factor. Housing was a huge factor. Why you think all the black women were so mad at black men for not voting for Kamala, and their main reason to vote for Kamala was that housing? Was it?
You think?
Was it or wasn't? It was housing. That was their main points. Anytime I talk to any black woman about it, oh, she's giving 25,000 for housing. Keep that 25. Like,
Yeah. Did everybody really feel that they were going to get that kind of money?
Yes. Yes. I do. That's the whole reason why black people started voting for Democrats so heavy, because they kept getting promises of this and promises of that.
Yeah, and they should know that that's all it is empty promises. I mean,
just a promise. They should know.
Hello, kitties.
You're on the road now.
Y'all talking about empty promises? What's up with that? Oh,
yeah.
You're talking about how Democrats and Republicans do empty promises? Sure.
No, Craig was talking about the Democrats.
And Republicans. Don't single them out, Nick.
Man, no shit. The Republicans, from
Specifically,
what I've been seeing, man, they don't even. Shit, when do they offer handouts? Very few, man.
Didn't they do your stimulus check?
Come on, that was because of the pandemic. You know that.
I thought they offered something else just recently.
I didn't hear nothing recently.
You would know.
That was the pandemic though. Like that wasn't a campaign promise. Like they be having like legit campaign promises.
I thought Trump promised something else.
Hey, Anti-Gamer. How you doing, babe? How you doing? Yeah. You gotta blame it on both sides of the tree, bro.
Yeah, they both sides. They two sides of the. They're the same coin, just two sides. That's why they're based on policies, not like. I don't care about handouts, man. Like, keep that 25 for the house.
That's 25 for the house.
Yeah, when they give you money
and shit,
they start to control things. So it's best to leave.
That's how it should be. That's how it should be with pregnancies. Whoever got who pregnant should be in control. Should be in the control of the situation. That's just me. I was just clowning. I'm just clowning. I'm clowning.
Because who are you gonna say got the other person pregnant? That's kind of weird.
Well, you know how certain men are. It's like, you got us pregnant. Ow. You did. We walk away. We walk away, and you're left with the baby through conception.
Like, no, I ain't.
So you're gonna leave your responsibility.
You're gonna what?
So this is what it comes down to. You're gonna leave your responsibility.
Who, me?
No, I'm talking about in general. You seen the clip?
Talking about men.
I had to replay it for you because I don't. You was too busy arguing with the women on there. But what
Yeah.
the guy was saying, he was saying once we leave you, and we tell you that blah blah blah, we don't want that type of responsibility, and you do it anyway, then it's a problem for him per se. But my question is,
Oh, I'm just
how
seeing
does
this
a
comment about Umar. They Allie 2018
yeah?
for cocaine.
I might be. Well, I was going wait. I was going in and out. Say that one more time.
Why is it looks like Craig is the one talking. I don't even see your icon.
You don't see my icon?
That's weird. No.
Oh, that's funny.
That ain't me talking.
And Craig's thing is moving when you talk.
That's funny. Let me. Okay, I'm gonna still be here. Let me do this. Y'all talk amongst yourselves.
No, I just saw the comment with Ali Alicard, and he said that he was arrested in 2018 for cocaine in Georgia. So maybe that's where it came from.
Oh, Ali hate Omar. Ali ain't gonna be satisfied till every
Could
black
barely hear
man is. You say you can barely hear me?
And where's Craig?
Yo,
I hear you. Yeah, but
Come back. It might be on your end. Come back in and come back out, Craig.
It's on me or Craig?
Craig, go back in and go back out and come back in. Yeah.
So what's this thing about hold yourself accountable? As far as I didn't see the beginning. So as far as what?
All right, I'm back. Oh, I got shit.
Okay, I see you. Now I don't
Yeah,
see
you see.
Craig.
I told him to go out. I told him to go out and come back in. All right.
What?
I told him to go out and come back in. Yeah, Craig. All right.
Yeah, I thought he
Add to the stage. There he is. Can you see him?
yo.
I'm hitting the live button again. Yeah. Okay, now I can.
All right. All right. Just give me a few more minutes, guys. And oh yeah, my daughter wants to say something.
The black community.
Hey.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I think I did.
right, give me a few minutes.
His daughter teaching him how to drive over there.
Is he?
I hope he can drive better than he can read. Damn it.
Okay, what is this? Every father should make sure that they are in their child's life. Well, not
That's
every
never
father
gonna
even
happen.
cares to be in their life.
Yeah, that ain't never gonna happen. That ain't never gonna happen.
And what do you think about? There was another person that had talked about this. Oh, oh boy.
COVID.
Or think first.
Every father should make sure that they're in their child's life. There's the real world and there's the fantasy world. I guess we don't live in the real world anymore.
I wish we did.
You be quiet. You're 13. All right. The only thing I want to hear from you is books. And how many of you read?
Books.
That's the only thing I want to hear out of you.
Wow.
That's possible, but I mean, I don't think people realize that until the government steps up and starts holding like certain women accountable who don't show up on the day that they're supposed to show up for weekend visits, etc.
Oh,
Until they start seeing repercussions for that, this is what we're gonna have. This shit's all designed, man. Like that shit ain't never
sorry
gonna
about that.
happen.
My throat is real scratchy.
Nah, you good.
One of the
So you think the government is
Cooked.
so you think the government is cooked?
Yes. And so on.
I guess this is it, y'all. Government is cooked.
We got freaking Trump.
She ain't lying.
Trump be bugging.
She said Trump be bugging.
Trump do be tripping sometimes. I ain't gonna hold you. She ain't
I
lying.
love low impoverished people. Sure you do.
All he loves is Elon.
Hey, you just do what you need to do to get where you need to go and stop worrying about everybody else.
If the government is cooked, we're under it. So we're cooked.
Do you hear the nonsense coming from my daughter? Do you hear the nonsense?
Hey man, she got a point, man.
Yeah.
Hey.
She got a point.
But back to what I was saying. If you have again, and I don't know why these conversations keep popping up. If you don't want to take care of your seed, you shouldn't have it in the first place. But I mean, give her up for adoption or something. I don't know.
You
But
know, people only care about the moment, so you know they don't take into account all of that when they're hot and bothered.
the moment, correct? Because the moment only lasts for a hot minute. You blast it off, and
Right,
you feel good about yourself in the moment,
right.
which means nothing. Which marriage, the difference is, marriage is that moment lasts eternity.
Yeah.
Shut up.
if
Shut
he
up.
if eternity
Stay out
is
of
2 to 5 years, shit.
You don't you don't have to rebut or deflect. Like I said, you get into them books. She got straight A's and she got the nut. Girl, you better be glad you got straight A's. Otherwise, this would be a different conversation. Oh, I'm not. I'm not playing with my little ones. I am not playing. Now, do me a favor. Get out the car. God, give me a few more minutes. Give me a few more minutes, guys.
You good?
But what do you think about the
I
other
don't know.
side? What I was going to ask is that some people feel that it's when the government steps in that they've taken away the father from even having emotions or feelings about the kid.
When the government steps in, that's what happens.
Yeah, because it stops the father from being able to see the kid like he wanted to, um, and it gets to the point where they're like strangers.
Well, well, who's stopping the father when after the government steps in and it makes it difficult for him to see his kid? Who's on the? It's three parties to that though.
She says, "Thank you, Craig."
You know what I'm saying? Like you got the
You know,
government. Though if a woman's making it difficult for a dude to see his kid by either not showing up at the designated spot where they're supposed to meet so he can have weekends or every other week or they meet up on Wednesday for half the week, whatever. That's not the government. That's the other party. That's the woman being difficult. You know what I mean? Saying things like if the dude got a new girlfriend, oh, I don't want my daughter or I don't want my son around that lady. So you can't have your kid. You know what I mean? Like that's just one example. Like that's not the government stepping in. That's her making it difficult. Or if every time that they meet up, she's always arguing with him to the point where he's like, you know what? Fuck it. And he'll rather just dip off, keep his sanity, because ain't no sense on him losing his mind over the whole situation. Because then he'll never have a relationship with his kid, even as they get older, because he done lost his damn mind.
how the hell did we get into this in the first place? Like, from I guess it's true what they say from the very beginning. It all started with women saying that men ain't this and men ain't that, and then men retaliated and say, "Nah, it's your fault." Which I don't know whose fault it is anymore. I
Man,
really don't.
listen, bro. Black men been getting blamed for this shit forever. It hasn't even been 5 years since men been clapping back. Men
True.
been saying, "Come on, bro. We've been getting dragged for decades, bro. For decades. Back to the fucking Ricky Lake eras and shit. Even before
He
that,
said Ricky Lake era.
straight up.
You,
All
you
them
might as
talk
well
shows and
Sally. You
shit.
might as well say Sally Jesse Raphael.
All nigga, all the other talk show hosts from the '70s, early 80s, they've been shitting on niggas, bro. You can look, it's all over YouTube. You can look it up, bro. They've been dragging us forever, and it ain't even on us. It's like I said earlier, like all these laws are in place because of the white boys, bro. These white boys was leaving their families out here, having a whole other family down the street, leaving her on the other. She going across town with his other family. Left his first wife over there with no help. So eventually they was like, yo, we gotta stop making some laws because these niggas keep leaving their wives for other women. So that's when all these laws came about. Black men weren't doing that shit, bro. That's a fact. We weren't doing that shit. You don't hear how many videos of grandma do you hear from that era saying black men were this and black men were that from that era?
Not very many because we didn't have YouTube back then.
No, I'm saying now, like you got grandmas now dragging women saying why you sleeping with these women, why you sleeping with these types of dudes, and why y'all women doing this and why y'all dressing like that, and you got grandmas in their 80s shaming they grandbabies right now on YouTube. You don't see
That's
too many. You don't see too many of them dragging men, bro.
right.
They know what time it is.
Bridge, do you agree or disagree? Bridge, do you agree or disagree?
Bridge over there smoking that good kush, got a cough, and
I can hear it. I can hear it.
No, I've been having strep throat, I believe.
Hey, we can help you.
I thought I was able to talk more, but I guess not. Yeah.
We can definitely help that strep throat.
So do I agree with? Oh yeah. I don't even want to ask.
yeah, you gotta
Go
get you
ahead. Ask away.
some good tea.
No, I'll get some tea a little later. Tea and honey.
Hey, look, I'll tell you. I really like this, and it goes back to my commentary when Umar admitted his faults, which
See,
contrary to what people believe, and I
Yeah,
really don't care.
that's good that he
Um,
admitted. We just need to see some action. I mean, even just his daughter needs to see some action.
no, we don't need you and I
yo,
don't need to see anything.
That's why I just changed it. I said the daughter needs to see some action.
No,
yo, here's
what I'm
here's the
saying
crazy
in
part,
this
right?
standpoint, huh?
So here's the crazy part, right? Yo, Umar's not gonna change, bro. This is who Umar is. He was like this in his late teens, early 20s. He's gonna be like this in his late 40s, early 50s. And with and
Late
a lot of
teens.
and a lot of women know this, bro. They know this, but they keep having babies with these
Think
same type
about
of
the
dudes.
fathers that they really
Okay.
kids and they really. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you
Yeah, I can
now.
hear you.
Okay, the fathers that have been away and really had no connection with the kids, and um, when they finally do get around them, they really don't have much affection or feelings for the kids. What do you think about that?
Me personally, that's not the case with him because that's all he ever talks about is children, including his. The only difference is his it's more dramatalistic than people know, but they know now due to like I said the daughter coming out. So you know what? And at first, sidebar. At first, I didn't even believe that was his kid, and but then I looked and I looked again. I said, that's his child.
Yeah, they got the same shaped head.
Craig, not
That's a fact.
not now, not
Not now.
now.
Why?
What you mean? Why?
He
You
got
said
the
not
same,
now. How come?
he got the same
Him and his
head, bro.
comedy. Him and his
You
comedy.
can't deny that, baby.
You can't deny that baby's forehead.
You can't. You can't.
uh, uh, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I did not mean it. I swear to God, I didn't mean it.
You can't
I'm
deny
off of
that,
it.
baby, man.
I'm off of it because I can joke for days. I can really joke. I'm not doing it. No, I'm not doing it. Fuck that.
But he is trying. Like you made a good point. He is bringing it up. He's trying to be. I believe he was trying to be in the beginning. I think Umar was trying. I think he probably tried for like the first 7, 8 years, and then after that, he said, "You know what, man, fuck it." You know what I'm
No,
saying?
you know what? Seriously, I gotta start looking at these court laws. I gotta look because again, I don't dwell in that realm. I'm still with my kids. I'm still
Right,
married. I'm still with my kids, right? But I
right.
think I gotta concentrate a little bit more on how this law works. But here's the difference. There are many laws in place, right? Because you have different states that have different laws. So what does
Yep.
it say? What it says about child support custody in New York versus New Jersey versus Florida versus Virginia versus California. Get it?
I'm sure they're
Yeah.
all different for the most part.
So what is it? So what does it say in Philly? And of course, your boy came out and started reading off of his own diatribe about what he feels child support custody is.
Who?
You know who?
He started
Lemonhead.
reading. He started reading off his. He started reading off what Philadelphia case law.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude, come on,
oh,
dog. We ain't gonna do
Pennsylvania
this.
court.
Yeah, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, but here's what. See, y'all aren't really getting the big picture of this shit. It's not about what laws are on the books. It's about what laws are being enforced.
That
It
that
don't it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if you got a law on the books. Like, if you're not going to enforce that law, it's fucking irrelevant. It shouldn't even be there in the first place. Because if a man doesn't pay his child support, he's gonna lose his license. He's gonna go to prison. You know what I'm saying? But if he can't see his kid and he's hitting the court like, yo, I can't see my kid, and they're like, all right, cool, hey, come back in 8 months. You know what I'm saying? And they don't do nothing. He's complaining he's not seeing his kid, but he's paying child support. They're not gonna look at the mom and say, yo, we're gonna fine you this much, or if you do this again, you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? Like, that rarely happens, bro. So they're not enforcing shit. That's why men just give up. Like, fuck it.
oh hell no. I am not letting your goony Google ass up here. Go back to Neverland, nigga. Go back to Neverland. Do not bring your goofy ass up here. Please do not.
Who's that?
Fucking
I don't.
whatchamacall what is his fucking name? He's from the Umar sector. That's all you need to know. Old Goonie
Oh.
Google ain't coming up here.
So
Well, let him
who you talking about?
let him cause trouble.
For what? I'm not
What's
home
his
yet.
name?
Oh, okay.
Proton. Calls himself Proton. Not no Google Google ass is not coming up here.
You got beef with Photon?
You can go to fucking D Darrell's channel and cause some havoc. Not on my channel. No. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen, bruh. I do not feel like I do not feel like cussing people out right now.
It's Friday.
Of course, he always trolls.
Yeah, he be trolling.
The fuck?
You know Friday has to be wild.
Huh?
You know Fridays have to be wild.
Nah, no, I don't give a damn if it's Saturday. Take your little pimple face ass on back over there and deal with your own shit.
That's crazy.
And she went on Rev G's live, by the way.
Who?
Anessa?
She went on Rev G's joint?
Yep.
Bruh. Yo, the clout queen, dog. She gonna be trolling this nigga Umar for months.
Rose to the totem pole.
That's crazy. Rev G, huh? You know Rev G was just foaming at the mouth.
And then I heard Taz's name in it too. So it's like, okay, Taz and Nyla. Okay, what do I say about this? I say it's a nothing burger, right? But if she were on Tasha K, I wouldn't be too worried and everything. But Umar already shut that down and said, you can go on all the talk shows you want. You don't know shit.
Yeah, for real, that was funny as shit.
Go ahead, Umar. Ah, shit. And this nigga's still trolling.
Is he in the chat? He's not in the
He's in the bus. Wait, getting ready to pull. I am not pulling that nigga up.
No, he's not in the regular chat, huh?
Oh, let me see. Well, I can't do it right now.
I don't see him.
You don't see him? She went on a Rev G's live. Now again, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything. It's next thing you know, because I'm not interviewing her.
Christmas came early for Rev, huh?
Yeah, him and her. Ugh, I can't even speak. Him and his boyfriend came. Let me not do that.
Oh boy!
Don't let me not do that. It's been too long.
Why
they
y'all,
both came over
y'all
here?
got so much hate for each other, man.
Dude, it's the Umar sector.
Yeah, I get all that, but I mean, like, why can't y'all niggas just troll each other? You know what I'm saying? Crack jokes.
That's all we do. That's all they ever did. Is troll me, troll
that shit too serious.
No, I'm not taking it serious.
No, for real.
I don't take it serious. Who's taking it serious?
Oh, no,
I laugh.
You taking it serious, B.
Do you think I take it serious?
I think you take it a lot more serious than what you should.
The thing from the other day when you took what you said, I believe it. I believe it in totality, right? But this, nah. Because again, it's the lowest sector that that is produced through like not even we're like a small sector, dude. No one takes us serious. It's not like the black sector or the beef sector or the Mo 3 sector, nah. Or I would say even the T sector. But this is if it was any other damn, then now I'm like, oh, okay, this is for real.
You never even heard of that one.
You never heard of the Mo 3 sector?
The Mo 3 sector? The rapper Mo 3?
Yeah, I've heard of them. I don't know what they stand.
Follow. You follow Trish? You should follow. You should follow Trish. She'll.
I don't follow a lot of shit, man. I don't be watching a lot of shit that be based on like shit. You know what I'm saying?
Based on
I don't know. I don't know why you follow me because you be telling me I be bullshitting a lot.
Yeah, but I've been fucking with you for years though. That's the whole
yeah,
thing.
because I was
Yeah.
kind of wondering.
Hold on, say it again. You was wondering what?
Say it again.
No, I was saying I had wondered at some one point about um, how loyal and your allegiance to him, um, as if maybe you guys were closer, like a family, or you know what I mean. Because it seems like it does bother you. Uh,
Oh
It
nah.
only bothers me. It only bothers me when certain truths are not told. It's not just because he's a gifted speaker or anything like that. That's fly shit. Because like like Dr. Khalil Muhammad before, everybody says he's a comedian, right? What if I told you Dr. Khalil Muhammad did the exact same thing? Only Umar is a little bit more effective. Dr. Khalil Muhammad used to do the exact same thing, right? But I mean, minus the pandering or whatever you call it. I don't even know what pandering is, but minus the extra everything else. I mean, he did the exact same thing that Umar did. Only Umar wasn't in the nation. If you get what I'm saying, so uh, it's not like I follow. It's not like I follow him just because he's like that father figure I never had. If you know what I mean. I follow him because he's very unique, and I've shook hands with the man 3 times, and I interviewed him twice, and I can't find anything flaw when it comes to
I
his
can't hear
word.
you.
I said I can't find anything flawed other than his words. I can't find anything. I can't find a flaw in his speeches. I can find a flaw in his speeches if that makes any sense. Tell me what he said in the speeches were wrong, right?
Okay, when he's really speaking, or all the antics that you see every day.
I'm talking about the shit that you see every day. Tell me where he's wrong at. Tell me where he's wrong when it as it pertains to violence, as it pertains to poverty, as it pertains to the school board, the educational system, as it pertains to white supremacy, stuff like that. Tell me where he's wrong.
I didn't see where that part is wrong. I just think um, how he presents himself is what was problematic.
Oh, when
And
he called, oh, let me guess, when he called
when what? No, I can't hear you.
Yeah, I don't know what happened on his end.
I don't know. Maybe can you hear Craig?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear him?
Nah, you went silent.
hold on, hold on, hold on.
I don't know what the hell is going on.
Go ahead, Darrell.
Hey, what's up, brother?
What is?
Damn, what happened to We-On-Loc? How y'all doing?
I
What's up?
don't.
How you doing, Miss Bridget? What's going on, Craig Beats?
What's good, man?
Hi, D. Terrell.
Oh, he's driving and shit, so he probably hit a couple of death spots.
Help us out here,
Okay.
D.
Hey. So the reason I came up is I know We-On-Loc is in denial right now, and so I've been talking to him online and offline about this, and so I wanted to get his response to the interview that Anissa did with Rev G in the Umar sector. I didn't know if he watched it in his entirety or partially, but he did mention it, so I wanted to give his take. I plan to do a response to that video in detail tomorrow, so I was just going to ask We-On-Loc. I mean, he didn't mention it, so I don't know. Did any of you all watch it?
No, I didn't know about it.
Yeah, well, a lot of people didn't know because only less than 200 people watched, but it became a big deal because he also mentioned Taz and Nala, and they were up there, and they had some other people from other sectors that were there, and I'm gonna be honest, like me and We-On-Loc had arguments about her and what she's doing online, but that kind of changed my mind as far as I looked at it from perspective of her being frustrated. She's young, got a lot of maturing to do. The way she went out, and let's give her time to grow. But
what do you
after
think? Calling her
seeing that,
dad a bitch and all that kind of stuff.
you say what?
She called him a bitch. That's crazy.
Oh, I can't hear you.
I can't. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You were saying what?
I was saying, what do you think about her? How disrespectful she's been in calling him a bitch and all kinds of stuff.
Yes, and so that's what I'm speaking of. The stuff that she said on Rev G's channel and on others and stuff, it was a bit too much, and I think she doesn't realize. And I know she's been a social media like on other platforms, but she don't understand YouTube per se, and she's aligned herself with people that could actually be detrimental to her content period on any platform. And so these people were basically, I mean, even though yes, he didn't raise you, you had minimal contact, that's still your dad.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, at minimal it's like, okay, yeah, he didn't do this, he didn't do these particular things.
Okay, I can't hear you again.
But can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, there were people there that were very disrespectful towards him, and they were just laughing and cupcaking about it. And it's like, I think that she has a lot of growing to do. And I'm not taking blame away from Umar. You still have he has a lot of blame, but I was under the position of let her get her stuff out, whatever she feel, But now you're doing. She's basically doing interviews with any and everybody, without understanding like the stuff she did with Tommy, and she's not even vetting these people. She's just jumping on panels and doing interviews without understanding the long-term effects that this is going to have on her.
Yeah, but it's almost like maybe she knows who his enemies are or his opponents are, and maybe she's trying to hit him.
She really didn't. She really don't. She really don't.
She doesn't.
No, she doesn't. She has no idea. She knew nothing about Rev G. She knew nothing about the Umar sector. She didn't even know there was an Umar sector. There were people in there who dedicated 10 years of trying to take Umar down, and she don't know anything about them.
I think she learned along the way these last couple of weeks. Somebody put
but she when she was on Rev G's panel, she barely knew who he was, and she didn't know any. She didn't know. She didn't even know there was an Umar sector.
Mm.
So there's a lot of things she don't know, and so I mean, I'm sorry. Like, yeah, I know. Like, if I had a dad that wasn't like that, I'm not letting. That's for me to say this. I'm not letting other people disrespect my dad. I'm sorry. I'm just not doing that. Even if he
Even
was
if you
not
don't
whatever
fuck
he was
with him
supposed to
like
be,
that.
you know.
Exactly.
Right. I
I mean,
agree
I
And
with
can't
that.
do that to mine, but I mean, you may have some certain feelings and thoughts about your parents, but you don't want everybody else to know about it or
right,
pipe in on it, and that makes it even worse.
yeah. I
And
mean,
then you,
and the
He'll
thing
have no
about it
feeling.
is, they would.
after a
I'm
while,
like,
I guess
I'm
you
sorry.
kind
Go
of
ahead.
start feeling sorry for your parent after everybody else has been so wicked.
Right. And they had the nerve to give her
I
advice.
can't hear
You
you.
talk, can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Bridge.
I can. Yeah.
Okay. Because I was going to tell you,
Yes.
I was going to tell you, come back in, go out and come back in.
I need to come back.
Yeah.
You can hear it now. I can hear it.
I still need to go.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
You're fine.
I think it was more D. Durrell.
And you keep repeating. And why do you keep repeating yourself, Ali? What the fuck you keep repeating yourself for?
Other streaming Smurf. Oh.
Yeah, and then tell her she did not tell her to. He did not tell her to fuck off. Stop it. Stop it. You're real. Some people are just real sensitive. Like I said, you don't even know the full backstory to what happened. And for him to come out and to admit his wrongdoings, that should mean something. But unfortunately, it doesn't mean shit to a lot of people. So, but then again, it's worse on her. Which again, I'm not even speaking on the girl, but she doesn't know the ins and outs of YouTube. I see that now. I see that.
No, she don't.
And what like I said, what happened with Tommy, and what happened with um. Now I wouldn't be surprised if she went on Lennon's, because Lennon harped on the fact that I will pull her cash app
Nah, I
up.
mean, Lennon ain't paying no $1,000, thousands of dollars
How
for an
much you
interview.
want? How much you want to bet he
Shit,
made?
Lennon too
10K.
cheap for that.
No,
Len-
he'll
I mean,
find a way.
are all of these people paying?
yes, they paying, and they even admit
They are.
Rev G admitted how much that he didn't even want to publicly say how much he paid.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he paid for that interview. And
So
she kept reiterating, if y'all want me to tell my story, you're gonna have to pay for it.
Uh, uh,
yeah.
Yeah, reiterated that like what 8 times, 10 times. She constantly stated that.
just saying them people on the phone.
So
Yeah,
I wonder how long this is gonna last. I mean, I guess as long as the money is pouring in,
yeah.
then she'll do these interviews.
Mm-hmm. Oh man,
Like
hey,
she getting a bag, a short term bag, but it's long term. She's really hurting herself, and that's what she's not seeing.
Well, if she's
D,
getting money,
D,
just like prostitutes and all that, they don't. They know they're being taken advantage of, but as long as they're pocketing their money, they don't feel too bad about it.
you mentioned something about Taz and Nyla.
Yeah,
That
they were
she,
there.
they were there.
Yes, and they had the nerve to give her life and professional advice. You talking about felons, 5-time felons and failures of life, having the audacity to try to give her advice, uh, life advice and professional advice. It made me sick.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. Wow. People who hadn't held a job. Uh, I don't think Nala had a job in maybe 6 years. Taz definitely hadn't had a job in 4 or 5 years. That solely make their money off YouTube and nothing else. Literally,
But
giving professional advice.
we talking about the same. You know what? I'm not going to even entertain it. I'm just wondering who's next in our sector that she's going to go to. Who's next? He gonna go? She gonna go to protons now?
Listen, man. I think she got something coming up with Tasha K. That's the one I'm waiting to see because that one's going to be probably the best produced show, and it's going to be probably the longest because Tasha K will she interviews well, and she's not going to do all the shenanigans like Tommy and some of these other people will do under like StreamYard. She's going to have that like just the cameras, all of that stuff is going to be you know produced really well, and they're going to have a a conversational interview.
Yeah, the conversation of the same thing she iterated to Rep G, the same thing she iterated to damn near everybody she got
Yeah,
interviewed.
but Tasha K gonna probably dig a little. It's
Yeah,
she's gonna
and she's gonna get sued.
sued by who?
Sued by Umar. She
Man,
already
come
owed
on.
$4 million.
Wait. Here we go. You getting carried away again. Come on. Sue
But
for
the
what?
thing is that she really doesn't have that much information on him.
Nah, she really don't. She
Around
ain't
him.
see him in 10 years.
That's what I mean.
Now, We-On-Loc. I want to let you know tomorrow I will be doing a review of Rev G bullshit interview. Um, and I do. I'm to be honest with you, we had our talk about this, and
Mhm.
I've also been in contact with
Can't hear you.
an Umar family member, and you know who I'm talking about.
The mom?
No, you know who I'm talking about. And we had
Oh,
choice words yesterday and throughout the week, and
Do it.
I have some issues with Umar's family too, and
Oh my goodness.
I'm going to express that tomorrow when I do my show.
What time?
if it's Jamal, then shit. I'll tune in. I will
What
definitely tune in. What
So
time, D?
I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna post it sometime. I may do a thumbnail tomorrow morning or later tonight. But I am gonna do an interview, man. I mean, not interview. I am gonna do a show on that review of that interview with Rev G. That's a definite. And
Okay.
there's a lot of layers to this. And at first, I was just in the perspective of let her talk, let her get it out. And I know you told me about the disrespect and how she's doing this, and I get that. But after doing that with Rev G, that really changed my position on her totally. Not that I'm excusing Umar of anything, because I'm not. But it definitely has changed my perspective of her.
Hmm.
Big time. Big time.
For the worse or for the better?
For the worse.
For the worst.
Worse.
But I would say again, let them two work it out.
And for the
Just
what?
let them. I said for the sake and purposes, because we already heard it. We already heard everybody got their little pound of flesh on her. It's not just him, but it's her too.
Yeah, it
Now
is
we're
her.
hearing, I mean, now we're hearing videos of, you know, I wouldn't if it was somebody like that, I wouldn't marry her. I was like, this is the reason why these vandals and whoopty whoopty whoop. And
Number one,
I ain't gonna be marrying these chicks out here. And you wonder why these black chicks don't get any type of respect. I have to hear that. I have to constantly hear.
yeah, but
all
look
that.
at the space. Well, We-On-Loc. You know the space you in. You doing manosphere relate. You know you got affiliation. Like, come on, you know that comes with that.
In the territory, son.
You know, no, I mean, I'm in the same spaces. You know that comes with the territory. So that's just part of.
But you know what? It's like let me ask you a question, Dick.
Now they saying Umar going, he grifting the red pill. That's the story right now in the
But
manosphere.
let me ask you something truthfully. Okay? If I drop $100 on the ground, you pick it up. Are you gonna tell me that I lost $100, or are you gonna put it in your pocket?
No, I'm gonna give you $100. I'm giving you your $100. You looking at me? I've done that before. I'm giving you your money. I'm not gonna keep your money, man. I don't believe in doing that. I don't, man. And I've taught my kids that I don't believe in doing that. Nah, if somebody drop money, and the reason why I'm gonna say this, the reason why I do that because I can remember I never forget this. I was about 25, 26 years old. I was at a club, right? And I dropped I think 100. Matter of fact, I dropped $100 bill. Or I dropped money. And there was a guy stereotypically thinking, you would have thought this guy was a whatever, just looking at his optics, you would think this person was a criminal and everything. That guy literally tapped me on the shoulder and politely said, you dropped your money, sir. Sir, you need to, here you go, man. I ain't want you to, so that you gotta, so from that point on, I mean, if I seen something like that, I practice the same behavior. Now, I've never did it to the effect of someone with $100, but like somebody dropped like, a few dollars or whatever, whatever. If I see them drop their money, I'm gonna let them know. So yeah, I'm gonna be truthful. We-On-Loc.
That happened to me.
I'm gonna pocket that shit. That's why
I had dropped 100 in the convenience store, and didn't know it until I was up at the cash register, and didn't have it. So I started looking around on the floor and everything, and I asked the people behind me, did they happen to see any money that had fallen out? And at first they all said no, and they were all tight-lipped and everything. And then I just kept looking around and stuff. And then finally, one of the ladies finally confessed and gave it back to me. But they were going to walk out with it at first.
Wow. They got, I guess, guilt kicked in there. Like,
yes, yeah.
Well, at least they gave it back.
Yeah. So that was good.
So what are you alluding to with this? Where are you going with? Are you going to keep it? You keep the money and act like nothing. Where are we going with this?
I lost the train of thought because I was going to ask Craig a question. I'm on 80, as I admitted earlier. I'm on ADHD mode right now.
Okay.
No.
Well, listen. I'm looking at it like, I was willing to give her the benefit of the doubt, but after doing that interview, I'm like it's.
Maybe
now it's hard to take her side.
No, listen. Maybe I ought to do this.
Do you see her just as a grifter too?
And I'll be putting a risk on myself. I'll be putting a risk, a very big risk. Maybe I ought to not interview her per se, but to tell her this is not looking well for you and you need to get off. You need to get offline. She's gonna ask, why do I need to get offline? Hear me out.
Sure,
hear me out. No, I'm just saying, hear me out. Now, I'm not the best influencer in the world, but Jesus Christ, if anyone had any type of common sense, they would hop on this shit and tell her too that you're getting bad advice and influences off people that you don't know. And as far as the Umar sector is concerned, you don't know nobody from that. You don't know nobody from a can of paint from them motherfuckers. You don't know anyone.
Facts.
You don't know. You don't even know the people that interviewed you. You don't know who Cynthia G was. Cynthia G often talk about Pookies and Ray Rays, and she got pregnated by one. Now I'm not shit either. I admit I am not perfect, but Jesus, there's something wrong here, bro. It's wrong. And Craig, before you say you care too much enough about this, it's how I was raised.
Okay, I'm gonna go out and come back.
You know what I mean? Oh, okay. But it's just how I was raised, G.
Mm-hmm.
I was raised to say and do the right things. Now, when you're off and on your own, and you try to, do the best in what your mom and your pops had instructed you to do, and you take those same instructions and you apply it to your person. But as time goes on, sometimes all that shit goes out the window, unless you harken back to the times where your mother and your father told you not to go down that alleyway late at night, or do your homework and don't miss your assignments, don't miss these appointments, and then do what's right for not just for you but for your family. You have to often get trained to do that. And I don't think because she had a stepfather and a mother, I question them. Why does anybody not want to question them?
Well, you can't question them and say you can't question Umar.
Don't we all hold ourselves accountable? What's up with this accountability shit?
But then you got to hold Umar accountable.
He just did.
No, he did not.
You didn't hear it. He said it twice. He said it twice. No, he said it.
What is saying? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, is they gonna make like really? Is that what we doing? We-On-Loc?
Come
on, man.
Craig, did we not hear the video of him holding himself accountable?
Yeah, he held himself accountable. I heard him say a couple things. He took accountability, but for what that's worth now, we already knew that. What he admitted to, we already knew that shit.
Yeah, because he said it before then.
But he said it.
He said it after the fact. That's the problem.
We-On-Loc. That has to be done towards her. Doing that online means nothing.
Listen, she will not listen. I already know where you're going. She will not listen.
Then if she don't listen, then that's gonna be something she has to listen. But they haven't even had a face-to-face contact, to my knowledge.
We all know that, brother. He said, Rev Jesus like Lennon, Matt and Umar and saying the same things for the clerk. Well, that's them two nut jobs. Anybody who stares at a man's ass for that long needs to be held accountable.
Yo, this nigga, bro.
The only person Umar needs to show accountability to is his daughters. Showing accountability to YouTube means nothing.
That's true.
That ship already sailed, man. He needs to just see if he can salvage the relationship with the youngest one right now, because his oldest one, she's just looking for clout. She's hard headed. She's just gonna overtalk him. She
what she don't understand. people gonna get tired of her if she keep going this route with this Umar stuff. People gonna turn on her and get tired of her talking about Umar. I mean,
Yeah,
we've seen this happen before, where people constantly beat something over and over, and then people start turning on them. See, she don't understand YouTube because she can only ride the Umar gravy train for so long.
yeah. The fire is gonna burn out. She got like another 3-4 months, and then shit's gonna
Yeah,
get
if
played.
that.
Yeah, she
So
cooked,
I
man.
for it. I don't care for it. That is not my daughter. That is not my daughter. I can only control what I do here. So if what you say is true, then this further indicates that I will no longer be talking about this ever again. Ever.
Yeah,
Bro,
I may not speak too fast on that weed.
you gotta pick your battles, bro. You gotta pick your battles, and you gotta know when to hold them and know when to fold them, bro. This is one of those things where you're just it's not worth it.
Overly too
She,
emotional.
yeah, it's not worth it, bro. She's vetting right now, bro. She's vetting like her whole thing coming out. I saw from day one that she was just chasing clout. When I first saw
Yeah.
the thumbnail, the first video I saw, I said, okay, let me hear her out. She lost all credibility like 20, 30 seconds into her talking, bro. It was clear she was just looking for clout, looking for attention, looking to drag this nigga. She didn't care about linking up with her other sister. She didn't care about none of that, bro. The whole thing was just let me drag this nigga Umar.
Yeah, I
That's
listened
it.
to Crimson Cure earlier,
Oh
and
yeah,
Yeah,
she said the girl now she went up, but you should expect Crimson Kid to say she's delusional and all this other shit. The brainwashing of the mother and all this shit. I'm like, quit. She need
she
to
got
sit
a
down
point, man.
somewhere.
She was definitely brainwashed, man. She was definitely, but this happens all the time, bro. Like this type of shit. Like the perfect example we all know of is 50 and his son. We know 50's son was brainwashed by his moms. Like, you know what I'm saying? Listen, we can't sit here and be like, oh, 50's a deadbeat because he wasn't there for his kid throughout his teenage years. It's like, we know he was trying. We seen the whole shit unfold because it was all on the internet for like the last, 15 years. You know what I'm saying? And then we see his kid come on here and start dragging 50. Talking about he wasn't there. He was only giving us $67,000 a year in child support. Like nigga, only
67,000 of
57,000.
that's like
yeah.
5,000 a month. That's good.
That's what I'm trying to say. But if you listen to him and his story, 50 ain't shit, and he wasn't a good father, and this and
Right.
that, and that. We know that's not true. You know what I'm saying? Like we know that's not true. Because everything was good. We used to see 50 back in the day, early 2000s, mid 2000s. He was with his son on tour, taking him to this place and that place, taking pictures
What the
with
hell
him.
they wanted? 10,000 a month?
Shit, he was supposedly
Shit.
50 was giving her like 50,000 a month when they were together as play money. And she wanted more money. She was, I'm gonna put you on child support. And 50 was all right, cool. And then that
Oh
shit got cut
no,
down to like fucking like 60, like
5,000. That was dumb.
exactly.
yo! Breaking news!
Like,
Breaking news!
come on,
Breaking
man.
news!
That was
George
silly.
Foreman passed away.
Damn, that's the piece.
Fuck.
He right here in Houston.
May he rest in peace. God dang it, man.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was
he up
already
there
up
in
there in
age.
age though. Yeah, he was up there already, man. It's that season, man. There's a lot of legends, man, that are gonna start passing over the next 10 years or so, man. It's about that time.
Yeah, Louis Farrakhan is one of them,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
he's past 90.
Yeah. He look
Yeah,
good though.
he does.
Look good for his age.
So, I mean, no homo, but that's a handsome man right there.
Yo, this,
Hey, I don't care. I don't give a damn what you say. That he looks kept up. He
Yeah,
looks kept
he I ain't gonna lie,
clean.
he kept it, he did keep himself up. He don't look he look good for his age.
Yes,
Definitely.
he does. And it just goes to show you that I need to clean up my damn self. I need to clean up my damn self. I want to be in his position, not in his position, but at his age position. I can never walk in that man's shoes. But what were you saying earlier? Oh
To me?
yeah, yeah, she can go as many
Hello?
talk. Yes, yes, Bridge. You there, Bridge? D, tell that Panda Rosa looking mother to leave me the hell alone. Do not come up on my live ever again.
Who you talking about?
Proton, he was just
Oh,
here.
Photon? Oh, he wanted to come on your panel?
Yeah, I'm not
Okay.
having that. I'm not having that bullshit. No, no, it's too no. I don't feel like cussing him out, and I don't feel like dragging his ass either. He can come on your live stream, and he can do all that corny shit. I'm done with that. I am
He about to
done.
go. He about to go live tomorrow morning on your ass.
He can. It means he wants my attention, and I like pussy.
This thing.
We'll lock
I,
really.
I wish I had that. I wish I had it in cans. I
You
like the
want
pussy.
you want canned
Sorry about that.
vagina?
Huh?
You want canned vagina?
I want can of vagina. Goddamn right.
We'll lock really.
Oh, hey, look. If let me tell you something. I know y'all.
Ali about to start
I know y'all
dragging
don't
you in the
watch
chat.
wrestling, right? I know y'all don't watch wrestling,
Yeah, I
but
watch. I'm gonna be in Vegas for WrestleMania next month.
cool. If you see Trinity, tell her I said, ah.
Really?
I'm telling you, Trinity came out and she was in black and yellow, and I was like, I will bend your ass over if you weren't married to John. If you were married to the Uso, one of the Uso brothers, I would bend your over. And Jay too. I was like, stop fighting each other. Yeah. Anyway. Bridge, you there? I can't hear Bridge at all. But unmute yourself. But I can't go on this course of this back and forth, this he say she say stuff, because it's merely being dragged all over the internet. If you haven't watched Anton's live, he said something profound. He said that black women are the most rudest women on the face of the earth, paraphrasing. Like,
That's
but
not true.
I'm saying you're married to one though.
Exactly.
What you said to get her attention while you were in high school, because that was your high school sweetheart, was very very manosphere like. And this nigga has the audacity to call upon a woman as she was some type of, I don't know. I can't even find the words to. Now just imagine that if Anissa went on that show, which Anton said he wouldn't do it. Now I will give him that. He's not going to do it. He is not going to put her on his show and try to get some type of backstory, because one or two things are going to happen. She's either going to get mouthy, she's going to get stressed out. Hello. Can you hear me? Bridge. Nah. Come back out, come back out.
I've been having.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're on the delay.
He's on that McDonald's.
You can't hear me again?
No. I can hear you now. I can hear you now. And D dropped off.
All right.
But it's like I said, she's either going to get dragged out, she's going to get disrespected or disrespectful. And so the only thing I can say is for myself, if I were in that position, I would tell her, no, this ain't it. This ain't it, sis. And this will be on a heart. This will be on a heart-to-heart basis. And it wouldn't matter how many streams I got. It wouldn't even matter how many people will be here. My message stands on its own. I cannot bash somebody who, number one, whose father I respect. And of course, he is a prominent figure in the Black community, whether you know it, like it, love it, hate it, or not. He can be the biggest asshole, but yet you cannot debunk him of what he is saying.
It don't matter, bro. Like, you acting like this nigga came up with this shit. Like, we didn't already, like, we didn't know it before Umar started talking.
No.
Saying nothing new, nigga.
Don't misquote me. I did not say that. If you heard me, I said earlier ago, half some of the stuff he got from Dr. Khalil Muhammad. He read some of the. Actually, he quoted and gave kudos, just like when you write a college paper, right? If you're going to write a college paper and you're going to copycat or something, you have to put a name behind it, right? Or who said it. That's what he usually does, right? Mike TV's going on. Mike TV, that's what he does. He trolls. I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked. He does that to everybody. He's doing that to Tariq Nasheed. So I'm not shocked.
Yeah, Mike TV seems like that nigga. Like, I don't know, man. There's something wrong with that nigga.
Something wrong with that white boy. Something wrong with the white boy.
No, I like.
You
that
like
nigga,
him?
That nigga think he.
Oh, I did see you over there.
Highly of himself.
I did see you over there.
Yeah, it's been a little while, but yeah, I was a mod. I don't know if he still has me as a mod, but I've been a mod over there.
I was gonna come on there. I was like, what the hell are you doing over there? Get your.
I've been in some strange places lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very.
I go by the titles.
You go by what?
I go by the titles mostly when I'm in all these strange areas.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't know all these people either. I don't know all these sectors and who likes who and all that kind of stuff. So.
Nah, I feel you. I'm the same way. That's the only time I be bumping into like gossip and shit like that is when that shit like goes like I don't know if you want to say viral or everybody's talking about the shit, and I'll see the title and I'll click on it real quick, see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's been doing that for a long time. I didn't say too much to him because it goes on. It's publicity. It's basically publicity. Yeah, it's definitely shots out. But shots out to George Foreman's family. Um,
He
damn.
just is that who you were talking about? That passed away?
Yeah, yeah. The fight, the dude that came out with the
Did they
beautiful
say what?
George Foreman grills. Old age. He was old.
Oh, just
I don't know.
Yeah, he was up there.
I don't know how
oh,
old. I don't know how old the man was, but rest in peace, champ. Yeah, I'm just. And it was. Oh, he was 77. He was 77. That's not. I mean, it's up there.
that's not
Yeah.
old.
70. You want to you're praying for 80.
I
You're
think he was.
praying for 80.
Yeah, but people are living past 90 these days. I've seen so many 100-year-olds, you know.
Yeah, most of them are women. Most of them are women.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
that's
truth be told,
definitely true.
I have not. Just. I have not seen too many males who pass 90 alone. Not too many, right? But this is still a blessing. It's still a blessing. I'm not gonna take that away from. I'm not taking
I'm
it away
gonna
from
take
him.
Yeah.
what they did.
Yeah, exactly. This was a this is the same dude that took that took down Ali in the
Yeah.
what was it, the Rumble in the Jungle? Remember, I'm ADHD, so if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Did he did he ever have complications from all of that beating on him?
Everybody does, but him, not really.
He got out pretty early though. He was smart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think his last, I think his like last
I mean,
major fight was with Evander Holyfield.
Yeah, he pivoted. And
oh,
he didn't take a beating like Muhammad used to just take a beating sometimes though, you know what I'm saying? Like
Mm, too much
he
of
didn't
them
cover
rope
his
dope.
face too much.
Hmm. He was big. He was just big. He wasn't solid. He was just big, but he was effective. He was very effective.
What about your boy Big U? I seen
I
that
read
shit
on.
all through my feed last couple of days.
I read it. And I read it, and I'm like, I got to read it again. I mean, we talking about somebody who was effective in his community, even though he did some wrong in his life, but he was very effective. But now he's going to
Man,
jail.
listen. That
I
nigga,
said Robin. I said in the terms of Robin Hood, nigga. Don't take it as anything else.
Robin Hood had a 38 special.
Hey, no one said that Al Capone was a. No one said that Al Capone was a saint. No one said that Bugsy Siegel. No one said that Bugsy Siegel was a saint.
I'm not saying it in that kind of way. I'm saying it like
he didn't say anything.
when you listen to this nigga, you said what?
No, I said
No,
they
I
didn't
was
say
saying
that they
like,
were either.
oh no, you're right. But coming out and talking about I'm innocent and this is some bullshit and this and that, I said, come on, dog, stop it. You know what the fuck you was doing, my nigga. You just got caught, man. You know what I mean? Like that's the part that gets me. It's like, yeah, you were doing some good, but you were doing some bad too, bro. That shit doesn't clean
Yeah.
off the slate. Niggas talking about Wyatt. They got him on wiretap. I didn't read the indictment, but supposedly it was wiretaps going back to like 2021, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. They've been watching you for a few years, bro. They got, and when the feds come, that means that they've been watching you, bro. They've been listening. They got informants, the whole nine, bro. That nigga's cooked. How the fuck you 60 years
So
old
you
out here
know what they
still
come for you.
gangbanging?
They got what they need.
Exactly. That's how they work. They don't just come for no reason. This ain't no fucking local detective, nigga. This dumbass should have been on a plane. Got the fuck up out of there. Shit, I'm on the
Get up
run
out of
for.
here.
Yo, I'm getting the fuck up out the country, nigga. The fuck
But,
wrong with
but,
this nigga, dog?
but hey,
This nigga's a dummy, bro.
just like C Murder. I mean, you're a multi-millionaire and you living in the hood. That's what happens. That's what
He
happens.
loves his environment.
Yes, he does. He lived. You know where he lived? Of course, he had a home outside of the skirts, but his home where he lived, it was in the hood in the Ninth Ward.
Yeah, that's
Excuse me, in the Third Ward. In the Third Ward, he
Don't make
lived.
no
That
damn
nigga lived in
sense.
an apartment in the Third Ward. Multi-millionaire. I mean,
Wow.
that's what you do. That's what you do.
Yo, that
Well,
shit
some
crazy.
people,
Like, that nigga ain't
they
get
don't
parole yet.
display that they have so much money either.
Right.
What? That's
But
crazy.
I'm saying you do. But it's like you have to know where the line has to be drawn. And at some point in time, you have to think there's a reason why most cats get out of the hood. Now, if you're in a position where you're just working a 9 to 5 and you really don't have anywhere to go, I can understand it. But to gather up just enough money to get as far away as possible because everything is going up in price. But ain't no excuse when you're a multi-millionaire. No excuse at all. I mean, you had a house outside of Gettysburg or whatever that place is. You had
Yeah,
a
didn't
nice
that
house.
happen at like a club or something, right? Like
Yeah.
he went out. You know what I'm saying? He went
Yeah,
out.
and even though he didn't do it, he said he didn't. They said he was trying to prove his innocence, but you know how the county is. Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
don't
thought
really
he
know
was.
the details on that. Supposedly it was somebody else and it was a younger rapper or some shit like that. Like
Yeah,
that
somebody
case is so
was
old, I
age
forgot.
16. Yeah, but
Yeah,
he's in
yo.
jail for life though. He's
Yeah,
in
but
jail
that's what I'm
for life.
saying. He's not in a federal prison though, right? He's not in a federal prison.
Jefferson County. What is that?
Yeah,
Jefferson. No, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah, it
Right.
don't sound federal.
Right.
How the fuck ain't he get paroled yet though? This nigga's been locked up since I was like 8. I'm 35.
They tried him twice, or I think 3 times, but they kind of like messed up on his evidence, and the judge wasn't really trying to hear it for a 3rd time, I believe. So yeah, it is.
Something ain't
But
adding up, man.
but the thing that don't make sense is his brother Percy. You're a multimillionaire, and you can absolutely cop him to get out of prison. I don't know why you don't want to do it.
What you mean he can? No the fuck he can't, nigga.
Yes, the fuck he can.
Bro, you
Dude.
don't think this nigga's been? You don't think this nigga's been trying to get him?
Why can't he do it himself if that's the case?
Man, that nigga ain't sold a record in
If
like
it's just a matter
37
of having
years.
He's doing what R. Kelly's doing, making records in prison. You didn't see that one with R. Kelly and Chris Brown?
Yeah, that nigga R. Kelly coke. I don't know why the nigga so surprised, nigga. Like the fuck?
It's too funny to me.
How the fuck
It's
that
way
that nigga acting like he innocent?
He acting like a
Like
what?
I said, that nigga's acting like he's innocent.
He,
While he's singing.
he, he probably is in his mind.
Yeah, in his mind.
In his mind.
And you already know who's still gonna be bumping his music. We ain't gonna go there right now.
Hey, I accidentally ran into Gotham City. All right, give me a break. I accidentally ran into it.
All these years, y'all motherfuckers know this motherfucker was a fucking pedophile, and
No,
y'all
I
still
didn't.
bumping that nigga shit.
I didn't. I did
Man,
not.
stop it.
I
Everybody
even
know that, dog.
defended him when they said
Some people still.
no. I defended him when they said that he pissed on that girl. He didn't piss on that girl. I looked at the tape. That was not him.
No. That wasn't
That was
him, huh?
not him. No, that was not him.
Was it? Whose urine
That
was it then?
That was his older bro.
Yeah, that see what I'm saying? Like this nigga.
He has an older brother. He has an older.
Right.
Oh, stop it! You just defend.
I'm dead serious. I am dead serious. He admitted it himself. He has an older brother. Yes.
What the fuck that got to do with this nigga pissing on a 16-year-old
So
nigga?
what?
I mean, I just that was just me. I seen it at the time, and hey,
And it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like this nigga had at least half of the black community watching child pornography.
That's crazy.
And y'all niggas still bump that nigga shit. Black
I
women
never
out here
knew.
like he's innocent.
I never knew about it.
I mean, you can't take away the talent. I mean, you can't take that away from him.
No, you can't
But
take away the talent.
The
But
person
you can take
himself is.
you can't take away the talent. You're right, but you can take the CD and throw it out the fucking window. You don't gotta run to the store and buy that nigga shit.
Hold on, since you're trying to critique everyone, what shit do you bump in your ride, Negro?
Yeah, I ain't bumping.
This is how he gets when he starts to mumble. What shit do you bump in your ride?
All of a sudden, you're just not gonna play the music that you.
And it don't say country music either.
Yo, that shit's crazy, bro. Like, yo, I don't listen to the rapper Rick Ross. Once I found out that nigga was a CO, I stopped fucking with him. Off top. I had the CD when that shit
So you
first
threw
came
out
out. That first out, I frisbeed that CD out the motherfucking Cadillac. Quick. Off top. Can't fuck with him.
I don't know.
How see that like yo that and you see We-On-Loc why I always say I have no faith in society, bro. This is why.
That's the majority nowadays.
This is why, bro. We got everybody's so desensitized, bro, to some shit that should be like the obvious. People are debating. Oh yeah, but I can still bump his music though. That's okay.
Even though it's not me, I didn't do the things that he did.
There's certain behaviors.
You still play his
just
music?
can't.
Me?
No,
I said I had.
Does he still?
Oh no, no.
What?
No.
Yeah, you do, nigga.
No, she's talking to you.
Oh, I don't play him. I was never a big R. Kelly fan anyway.
I'm talking about Diddy.
Diddy? Nah, Diddy don't even got music.
Yes, he does.
Man, Diddy ain't got no music, dog.
Well, whatever he has, do you?
Did you bump it?
I don't fuck with Diddy, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't fuck with they. Y'all, Diddy's a producer.
No baby
Bro.
oil and nothing.
Diddy be out here. He looks for artists. He signs artists, and that's how Diddy makes his bread. If you're talking about like '90s Diddy, where he dropped the joint after Biggie died, and then he dropped another joint after that. He had a couple of singles back then. That's like a whole
So
nother
he had some
story. You know what I'm
music.
saying? Yeah, he has some music, but he's not a rapper. Like he's not a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like
We are
it's kind of like
laughing at.
What the hell?
yeah, like calling Diddy a rapper is like crazy. Like for one, you know what I'm saying like that nigga
He
Mace
learned
used to
from
write
Biggie.
his shit.
He
His verses
learned.
weren't the best. Like, come on, man.
He writes checks, and then there's
Yeah,
one
right.
maybe
Exactly.
two,
That's one of his
there's one
lines, right?
maybe two albums or one or two songs that I like. One or maybe two. R. Kelly, I bump his
So
old
what?
music. I bump his old music from back in the '90s. Oh, you got that vibe.
I mean, yo, at the end of the day, man, the music that people listen to, they listen to it for a reason. They feel some type of connection to the music. You know what I'm saying? They feel where the artist
Yeah.
is coming from, right? Yeah, you feel where the artist is coming from, and it's like, okay, you fuck with that artist and where they're coming from. So for people to be like,
And how it makes you feel and who you're
yeah,
with and all that,
right, especially like women with R&B. That's why they'll still bump R. Kelly. They'll separate the child predator from that, but then they'll go on somebody's
That's
live
what I was
stream.
asking.
Yeah, but there's a whole bunch of hypocrisy with it though. It's like how you gonna all women talk about is men being predators, men are predators, men are predators. But your favorite R&B artist is a fucking predator. Yeah, but that's different though. That's different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that's the same. Like, yo, what you talking about? Like, that shit is crazy. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, I don't know, man. That's just me.
It's just like
I'll find another artist. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of artists out there. I'll find another artist. I don't gotta bump this
it's
artist.
just like the old mayor of Detroit, Kilpatrick.
Yeah,
Everybody
he
praised
home
him,
now.
right? I know. Everybody praised him, right? Until he started paying them hookers. And one of them hookers ended up deleted. Oops.
He did it?
No.
Nah,
No.
he didn't. He didn't.
No, he didn't.
Yeah. I mean, shit, you gotta be crazy if you don't think half of these politicians is out here. A lot of them already. People don't know. There's a healthy percentage of politicians out here with criminal records, bro. Domestic violence, fucking drug possessions, you name it, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, there's a little gang of them out here doing that shit. They all get protected.
I'm not blinded by that at all, sir. It's just
so
at the time when they did it, it was comical. Cause it was like, we all see what you're doing now. We all see what you're doing, and the rest of the world's gonna catch up pretty soon. And by golly, when they catch up, and it was like they're all shocked. It's like, oh my god, my favorite in the world. Yeah, your favorite in the world is gonna get a 25 to life.
Yeah, it's not new, like you said. That shit ain't nothing.
That shit is for the bird. It's just like Anthony Mackie. Yeah, everybody loves Anthony Mackie, but they didn't catch the part where he kissed the dude in the mouth.
Did he really do that?
He did.
What?
I seen that on a thumbnail. I didn't clip the video, but I seen it on a thumbnail. I thought it was fake.
No, what happened was it was supposed to be Captain America New World Order, but then they ended up changing it. Right? So in that clip, they ended up changing it 4 times. And in one of those segments, he was caught underneath a sewer or whatever, and he said, "Well, let's get this over with." And the guy grabbed him and I kid you not, sir.
Niggas, now let's get it over.
Look it up.
That's wild. These niggas be doing all kind of shit for that. That's that money, man.
Either you kissing the dude or you're getting shot in your ass.
Damn.
Well, what's up with your boy, Bridge?
Who?
Anthony Mackie. What's up with your boy? Anthony Mackie. You know who Anthony Mackie is. Papa Doc.
I wouldn't know. Papa Doc. Yo.
I don't know much about it.
Hey, yo, that was that nigga's name. That was that nigga's name in the movie too. Papa Doc.
from 8 Mile. Look.
Yeah, that's funny as shit.
Look.
I didn't know what his name was.
I haven't even
though,
heard.
So he has to probably see him to know, because I didn't know neither. I didn't know who he was. I don't know a lot of these. I
don't either.
Oh,
if you see him, yo, I'm pretty sure you're gonna know exactly who he is once you see him.
Oh my goodness.
Nigga said Papa Doc.
Oh shit! I can't even play that. And you know who that? Oh, what? Whoa! Wait! What?
Who's that? Meek
That's
Mill?
the guy that's supposed to play another superhero. What we do for fame?
That's what it sounds like. That's crazy.
Oh my god! That's the guy that's supposed to be playing another black superhero.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, incredible actor. And grabs the face. And you know what happens after that.
He said you know what happens.
So why would I lie?
They always do that to you guys, though. They always want you to portray this kind of stuff.
Bridge, I had a hero. I had a basketball hero. And you know what his name was? Dwayne Wade.
No. Yes.
They're saying that he is what's the word?
Rainbow.
What you say?
Rainbow.
Pretty much.
Really?
Yeah, of course. I listen to Angry Man. He might as well just come out, bro. He might as well just come out. I'm like, come out what? I mean, I question his dressing. I question that. And of course I do question
the guy DRG or something like that.
Who?
Is it DRG? It's 3 letters.
DRG. I never heard of who is he? An actor? What is he?
No, he's on the same level as Angry Man.
DRG. I've never
I
heard of
probably
it.
they've been
Angry
talking
Man,
about it.
they were talking about D Wade and how he should just come out the closet. D Wade is retired. D Wade is fucking retired and is part owner of the Utah Jazz. So, I mean, you have a better.
Well, you
I
can't.
mean, huh?
You can't help liking these people. They you don't know about all their history or in the beginning.
No, you're right.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Oh, you're right.
What
That's
did you
why it's
say?
like when people be saying shit like don't idolize like rappers and actors and all this, like that shit is real talk, like, cause you don't know these motherfuckers outside of the song or outside of the movie.
No,
I just can't wait until
a lot of times you just get disappointed after you've idolized them all this time.
I was disappointed in. I was kind of disappointed in Common, but because
Common though,
he's sleeping with everybody and like somehow they ended up bald. Somehow they ended up bald.
That movie about him, that made me think he was so wholesome and everything.
I like Common. I like Common as a rapper.
With him and Queen Latifah. What's the name of that movie?
I know what you're talking about. The one where the whole dating thing.
It's not love about it. I don't remember, but
I don't know. I can look it up.
He seemed to be so wholesome and
almost forgot. And shout out to Queen Latifah. Shout out to Queen Latifah. She just turned 56. Just Right.
Oh yeah,
that's the movie. Just Right.
Yeah. And now
but that movie will never top. That movie will never top off the one movie, Jason's Lyric. I love Jason's Lyric, but that's another side. That's another side of the story. But look, bottom line is, don't follow nobody unless they follow you, and you got to stay true to who you are. If you want to be in the, if you're the person that's in the closet, stay out of the closet. if you're a nerd, you're a nerd. If you drag on poles for a living, then that's your identity. Just say who you are.
Drag on poles.
You know, wear purses, snatch rugs. Pete the Popper.
Whatever you do, girl, I guess.
All kind of terminologies.
Have you see Philadelphia, dog?
I'm confused now.
No, see, look at Philadelphia with Denzel Washington and Tom Hanks. When he was in the courtroom, he was
a good one.
Yeah, he was in the court. He asked this dude, "Are you a homosexual?" And he said, "No." Are you? What? He said, "Are you a purse snatcher? Are you a backbiter? Whatever he said."
Yeah. Stuff I never heard.
He said, "Are you gay?" So that's where I got that from.
Finally, right?
Right.
They dragging
Denzel
over some gay allegations. I almost said allegations like homegirl. They dragging him for that right now. I see. I didn't. I don't know. I think
Wasn't it because of that last movie? He had to kiss somebody or something?
yeah.
I thought that was something he said he would never do.
Right. I didn't watch the video to see the clip to see it actually happened. I never seen the movie, but I saw the thumbnails riding around for a day or two. Everybody was talking about that.
But they said he's a preacher now. Is that right?
Denzel?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Mm-hmm. I don't know about preaching.
I heard.
I mean,
I heard he got baptized.
He got baptized. That's it. He just got baptized. You got to be ordained to be a preacher. You have to be in
No,
there.
but I really heard that.
And Geno Jenkins mentioned something about him too. Yeah, liar.
Oh God.
Yeah. That down. I want Bible. I want Bible. Now, Craig, only thing I want from you is Bible and scripture.
Yeah.
I don't
Sound
want to
like
hear
him.
I don't want to hear your mouth. Lady, I don't want to hear your mouth either. You had no business in the pulpit.
Yeah. What's his name doing? The one that
What?
What's his name that gyrates everywhere with his tight pants on?
Huh? That's new to me.
The other pastor that no way.
Denzel's a minister.
Kirk Franklin.
Oh, he's
Franklin.
Gay. He's gay. He's gay.
I seen some shit about him recently. They were dragging him for a second.
Yep, he's gay.
He just found his father. I wonder how that turned out.
It didn't. It did not. And I feel sorry for old boy. I do feel sorry for him. Yeah. Everything is coming out. Everything is coming out now.
Look, somebody just said that he is a pastor. He's a minister. Look in the chat.
I didn't know about that.
At 51.
Yeah.
Jesus.
See, I told you.
We need Jesus. We need him. We need him now more than ever, man. What is going on? What is going on? Did he really come out the closet? I just hope they're all rumors. I just hope.
What's wrong with him being a minister?
I don't care that he's a minister. You can't be a minister and gay at the same time. Oh, I'm lying. You can.
Well, this one is.
Yeah, that's deep.
This one right here is. Look at that.
She's on a wall for her Denzel.
Denzel is 77 years old, my dear. Just relax. Just relax.
She gonna go to war for her Denzel.
It is not the end of the world. He got shot in his ass, so it is not the end of the world.
Telling me to relax. Oh God.
y'all will be playing basketball in Pelican Bay when I get finished with you. Shoe program, niggas, that's right. It's a 23-hour lockdown. I'm for all you motherfuckers. Oh
Yeah.
yes. Oh yes. Even though I'm
Yeah.
old as dirt, I guarantee. Oh, I'm 70 years old. Oh, fuck you. Who the hell you? Who the hell you think you talking to?
He's
I'm the
77.
police. Huh?
You said Denzel 77?
70. 70.
70.
70. Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you need to get off my phone. Go ahead and get off my phone, get off my life right now. Go get up and get yourself a job. I guarantee you, you will feel incredibly good by the end of the day. I guarantee you. My nigga.
Yeah.
Denzel, he been
He
around
plays
for a minute.
definitely.
Yeah, you think in the early 90s, mid 90s, he was around 30
Yeah,
years old. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Because Wesley, he's 64. So yes, I do see that. I do see that he
yeah.
is. And yeah, but those are our foot soldiers still. If those two left, I don't know what I would do. I don't think I would watch TV anymore. I'll just be seeing old clips and shit. The Book of Eli was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Um, but I have a question for you, Bridge. Um,
No.
what's wrong with him? What is going on with him doing this whole superhero shit? What he? I heard he's has a role in the next Black Panther. What's up with that? At his age, what is he gonna do?
Who did
What is
so?
he? Yeah, what is he gonna do with his
I haven't
age?
heard about that.
Try to do some backflips.
He already did his last movie,
And
right?
allegedly, allegedly.
Yeah. I thought that was his last movie, and he went out with a bang. And he was supposed to retire after he did that, after he kissed some man.
Who?
Denzel.
Denzel didn't kiss no man.
That isn't that what he
No.
was supposed to do in this movie?
Who did he kiss? Samuel Jackson?
That's what I heard.
I
That's what the
don't
internet
know.
was
I didn't.
saying.
Yeah, y'all playing with me. Yeah.
Ah,
Come on, dog. Come on.
I guess we'll have to look it up.
No, don't be looking that up. No, don't looking that up.
He did say he was retiring, and it seemed like it was right after he got all that flack from that last movie of him kissing something.
Well, he was not a Viking, but he was a Roman. Oh, good lord! He did play a Roman. So the Romans are heavily known to being gay. So, oh god. Well, as long as I don't see it, as long as I don't see it, I don't want to see that shit. It's bad enough he's in the movie with snow bunnies, but him kissing another dude, this is gay as fuck, bro.
That was another thing he wasn't supposed to kiss a white woman either, right?
Heck no! He wasn't doing none of that shit. I had more respect for him than that.
Did he ever?
Did he ever what? Kiss a white woman?
Did he ever?
I'm just saying, those are too many white women. Those are too many white women he's been saving. Ain't not one black woman that has ever been in his life other than Mo Better Blues. And not the pedigree, because
Nigga,
Julia
we all
Roberts.
lie. Hate white women.
What?
I said you
What
hate
you
white
say?
women.
I don't hate. I don't hate white women. I just cease to understand them. Who told you that?
What's to understand, man?
Exactly. Exactly my point. I was, now I admit, I was with a white woman before. When I was 18.
Oh,
Excuse
see,
me,
Uh
here
oh.
it comes.
19.
Uh
That was the
oh.
most. That was the worst
Mm,
experience I ever had. I already told y'all this story. That was the worst experience I ever
no,
had in my life.
Why was it the worst
what happened?
experience?
I'm not gonna get into all that.
Why?
It's too late. It's too late. My teeth hurt. My stomach hurts, and I'm hungry. Right? I'm
Uh,
about to send you off. I know you got a
uh,
date. You, Craig, you got to go to work. I'm t- you know what? I'm tired of you black folks. I'm tired of you black folks. I'm tired of you Negroes. Get off my life. I'll see you some other day.
I don't.
all
Stay safe
right.
out there.
I bet you told me. I
All right.
legit.
All right. Nice talking with you.
Thank you. Thank you. Now I'll hook you up with a weed basket or something. For a basically just being
Oh, God.
5 minutes, or I might just hook you up with
Man,
what's his name,
I'm
Vaughn.
hitting. I'm hitting that red button. And still,
Why? What?
who?
I'm just hooking a sister up. That's all. For you just being there
Oh,
for
please.
helping me out. Every man needs a woman, right? I'm just hooking it up. I
You
might
got all
do
kind of women.
who? Me? But they older though.
I can't sign out. I can't sign out yet because of my computers.
Oh, so you get to hear me talk for the next 3 minutes. Talk shit for 3 minutes. No, I wouldn't do that to you. I think the next live that I do, like I said, I'm gonna have women up, and we're gonna go through this whole ceremony of what do women do wrong. I think we're gonna go through that whole segment. We gonna have a ladies' night. That's what we're gonna have. We're gonna have a ladies' night. I see. Let y'all be alone. You need to knock it off, sir. She's in a engagement. She's in an engagement, sir. But yeah, we're here talking about accountability, and I just prove facts. I've proved actual factuals that this man has stated. Umar, just in case you're wondering, who the hell is this dude talking about? Umar Abdul, not Abdullah, but Ifatunde held himself accountable. I proved it. That's what you wanted to know. That's what you heard. And you got your relationship with Umar. So, yeah, well, me and Umar, we're going to go down to Africa and we're going to impregnate some women. So, there you have it. Uh, okay, finally I closed out. Yep, that's the type of relationship that I have with Umar. We gonna go down to Ghana and we gonna get some women bare feet impregnated. There's some Ghanaians that, good Lord, have mercy. I got to learn the language. Ooh, I got to be like, yeah, whatever. Bend over. Speaking of which, I gotta find Trinity. I gotta find Trinity. When I cut this off, I'm going straight to WWE and looking for my baby because she just turned heel. And that's another thing I might do. I might get into some WWE talk. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but um, it was kind of successful the last time that I did it. Shouts out to Soapbox. Um, share, and subscribe to his channel, Soapbox and Intelligent Relationships and Knowledge and Relationships. Shout out to him. Knowledge and Relationships. Shout out to that brother. Yes, Bridge. I'm going to Ghana and I'm impregnating feet. I believe in wrestling and that Umar. Wait, wrestling and Umar are kind of the same thing. Y'all gonna keep on hating on Umar until he dead and gone. I'm not surprised. Yeah, well, when shit gets rough and people start knocking at your door, don't, and then they say FBI, FBI, don't, and Umar's your only bailout. Don't look for it. Don't look for it. Anyway, this is We-On-Loc Nation. This has been a great live. And I'll see y'all in another live stream. Be safe, y'all.